Good afternoon, everybody. Football fans, family and friends, welcome to the Philly Super Site at Bigler Avenue in the city of brotherly love. We are here live on the HSG network today to witness and call and give to you all the action from the Den Championship Saturday. We have the Brooklyn Seminoles, who are coming in today at 8-1 versus the Central Penn Hitmen. 8-0, and the Hitmen are 8-1. Both teams ranked 1 and 2. This is how it was dialed up at the beginning of the season, and this is how it has been. We have a beautiful day today, nice and balmy. Should be, and your weather today is for our Philly area, 77 degrees and mostly cloudy. The traffic seems to be moving along the road behind us very well, so if you're coming to the game, please get here. We were supposed to kick off at 3 o'clock today, but we did start a little late with some unforeseen circumstances. However, we are getting ready to go. Captains are on the field, and we're waiting for the officials to come out. My name is Art Elias. I will be your play-by-play man today. I am here with former league all-star Reese Goodwin.
Yes, sir.
Howard Gaber, the governor, on the controls, and the coach, Pat Riley, will be our filming today.
We are looking for a good one. It's supposed to be a good game. Dave Legree, G-Block rematch. Always a good one to see these two play.
You know, Reese, when the league started, Slippy put the league together, started getting this thing going. We had the Hitmen had said they were going to join the league. The Hitmen, formerly an 8-man football team under Coach Ron Kerr. Probably a lot of these guys played on the old defunct Central Penn Piranha teams. But then the Seminoles announced that they would be in the league, and everybody pretty much kind of said it's going to be the Hitmen Seminoles all year, and that's pretty much how it ended now to the championship game. What do you think we're going to see today?
I think we're going to see a somewhat of a great rivalry between two great quarterbacks. Dave Legree has started his season a little slower than he wanted, but got it moving as the season went on, upped his game, played under pressure, and got his team where he wanted them to be.
We also will see what I think today is going to be two of the best offensive and defensive lines in the league. Hands down, the Seminoles have consistently, year after year, kind of bullied people around in a lot of their games, just having a great offensive line. They have a very, very good defensive line. And the Hitmen have a offensive line that has been together. Some of your former teammates from the Ducks, a lot of those guys. A lot of that starting five has been playing together for a number of years now.
A lot of experience together. They know each other's good and bad traits. They pick up well with each other. They communicate well. Today they're going to have a battle though, because the Seminoles offensive line and defensive line have always been not their number one trait, but a great line to help protect G-Block, get the ball out to his fast receivers and Mims and Kareem. So we're going to have a good battle. We're going to try to see if we can dictate whether the deep backs of the Hitmen will be able to contain the offensive power of the Kareem and Mims combination.
All right, so we have the referees are at the half court stripe, and they have indicated that the Seminoles have won the toss and are going to elect to receive for the first half. One of the other items that, with respect to the both offensive and defensive lines, number 71 for the Brooklyn Seminoles, Keith Epps. He's Jesse Merritt. He is an excellent, and normally they're left tackle, and he's an excellent offensive lineman, one of their best. He's out today. 2 weeks ago, he broke his right ankle, and I know that Barry Jones, number 97, he's that ringleader over there on the side of the Hitmen, and I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he's got his guys rallied up. They're a nice tight knit group, and like we talked about, they've been playing together for quite a long time, and he's an excellent player, and he's got them ready to roll, and they're looking to get some work done today up front. So it should be a real good matchup up front. These two teams played in week 1, and down in Atlantic City when we had the opening weekend, we called the game. The Seminoles came out on top 20-14, and the Hitmen, that's their only loss on the year. They have the same number of wins because they played I think they went and played a team during their bye week down in Delaware or out of the area of some sort, from what I understand. So they both have 8 wins, just 1 loss for the Hitmen.
No, the Seminoles didn't have a game against the Tide, so they were short a game.
Oh, short. Okay. Thanks for correcting me. Yeah. Okay, all right. So the Tide game was no game there with them versus them. So and more than likely, I did see the Tide play, and I would have to assume that they would have came in anyway 9-0. The Tide is the Tide's a decent team, but the Seminoles are just that much better. So it looks like they'll kick off. We're waiting for the referees to get a couple things squared away, and we will have a live mic on the White Hat today, so we will be able to hear all the calls, all the penalties, and whatnot. And it is a hot mic, so if you hear some nonsense going on out there, he is mic'd up and he doesn't shut it on or off, so it's live the whole game. So
nice little in-game chatter.
So the Seminoles beat the Jackals in the semifinal game 30-6, and that really wasn't. The Jackals are like a second-year team, first-year team, obviously in this league here. Formerly the Jaguars, South Jersey Jaguars, and the Seminoles just pretty much dominated that whole game. The Hitmen had a much tougher contest against the Owls, but they did prevail. And so they wind up being exactly like we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, 1 versus 2, and they were pretty much 1 versus 2 the whole year. And now we're ready to roll here.
We can't hear the ref yet. One thing I'm looking forward to seeing is who is going to have more tackles between the Hitmen's linebacker Donnie Mack and the Seminoles linebacker number 7. Malik Darling.
Malik Darling, right. So the Seminoles, during the year, they had number 25, Divine Daniel, actually led their team in tackles.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I was talking about. Divine Daniel.
Divine Daniel, up with 50. Their top sack man was number 44, Michael Couser. He had 8.5 sacks on the year, and their top theft man was Kareem Williams, number 1, and he had 5 INTs for the Seminoles. For the Hitmen on defense, Justin Haynes, number 19, the safety, he had 4 picks for them this year. Omar Young Jordan, who was the defensive lineman. We're good. 6'7", 240 pounds, big kid, defensive line, 6.5 sacks this year. And Nathaniel Barnes, who is number 2 on the Hitmen, he was a wrecking ball inside the middle there, 64 tackles from his linebacker position. So, and obviously, you were talking about the quarterbacks. Legree for the Hitmen, he actually led the team in touchdown passes and rushing touchdowns, 16 in the air, 5 on the ground. G-Block had 28 touchdown passes for the Seminoles. It's kind of crazy, that amount of touchdown passes.
And probably only had 2 interceptions.
Yeah, I didn't see what his picks were, but he doesn't turn over the ball. Now, Legree, obviously a bigger man at quarterback. We saw him a couple times this year, and he actually sometimes he takes some chances. He's got a rifle for an arm, but sometimes he'll throw that thing in coverage. G-Block Jarrell Wilson, he's not as brave with the ball. He likes to get his guys open and out there and just let it rip. So
Yeah, he's not as much of a G-Block is not as much of a risk taker as Legree, but Legree has a rocket arm and threads the needle a lot.
Yes, he does. On offense this year, again, we were talking about the Hitmen. Legree led the team again, 16 touchdowns. And we're ready for kickoff. Here we go. And we've got a nice high kick, fairly deep, taken on the 20-yard line. And looks like number 9. And that is going to be Troy Duncan on the return.
That was Mims.
Oh, Mims. I'm sorry, Darrell Mims, wide receiver. Got it. Okay, so he was. So he kind of wasn't quick to get up the field there. It looked like he just kind of surveyed the situation, let his blocks take effect, and then he got going.
Mims, who I believe was the offensive player of the year.
Okay, here we go. So it's going to be first and 10.
Legree got offensive player of the year.
It's going to be first and 10 for the Seminoles.
Legree got offensive player of the year, and G-Block got MVP of the league.
They are going to have a first and 10 on the 30, just inside the 35-yard line.
15-yard return. G-Block comes out in the shotgun. Twins, both sides.
And Wilson goes right back to pass, looking for a quick
stop
out.
And go.
Pump fake, and he's got
Mims.
Mims long.
Ooh.
Great job.
Great pass. He might be shaking up on the play. Looked like he came down his shoulder.
So number 20, Javante Haynes, cornerback from the Hitmen, he bit on that pump fake.
Little stop and go.
Yeah, and he looked like Mims. You said it, Reese. He's looks like he's a little shaken up. He kind of Wilson underthrew that a little bit.
He had to wait.
So he had to wait for it, and then he kind of looked like he went back hard on his back there. So we'll have a look. They got couple guys out there taking a look at him and see what happens. But that's a heck of a way to start the game. And again, usually when you're on defense, and you know this as being a former defensive player, you know that those first couple plays when you start on defense in a big game, you're amped up and you're looking to make a splash, make a play. And I guess I'm assuming that Haynes, the cornerback, he saw that pump fake and he bit on it pretty good there.
Yeah, nice little stop and go to start the game. Nice little, about a 50-yard reception.
And HG, the accidental digital replay for today, we've got, and it looks like they're up in pretty tight coverage on the.
Oh, he did it out and up.
Yeah, out and up. So there he went. And he got him. And he got him pretty good too. He had him by about 5-6 yards. Yeah. So you can see there as he kind of waited for that, the way he landed, kind of on his side and on his back, but.
Looks like he's going to be fine because he got lifted up off the ground by his arm, so I don't think he should be right back.
Yeah, he might have got the wind knocked at him. He's walking off under his own power, so that's a good sign. Because the Seminoles, if they want to win today, he's going to be an important piece on offense for them.
It's going to be a key factor.
Yep.
And it looked like he already got a strawberry on his leg, so way to start the game.
Those are always good, bright and early. Get them done out of the way. So the Seminoles now will come out first and 10. Already after the first play into Hitman territory, it's going to be on the 25-yard line.
Looks like they're going to come out in the same formation. Twins, right? Twins.
And we do have medical personnel here on both sidelines today for the league has both teams have medical staff, but they also have independent medical people here for today for the game. Looks like Wilson is changing the play, or he's signaling over to the sideline out to his receivers. And he goes inside handoff, and the Hitmen shut it down.
Ooh.
That looked like number 5. And
7.
That's gonna 7? Okay, 7. That's
Kevin Pear.
Kevin Pear, okay.
Kevin Pear is a good running back. Played for the unit. Played against him a few times.
And that was number 5.
On the defense, Donnie Mack.
Donnie Mack.
Just one tackle. Oh, full
Back
start.
to
Look like
pass.
it's going to be a free play.
Free play, and he's got great pass and touchdown Seminoles.
Number 0.
What a thread, and that was, I want to say that was number 3. Let's see, Raekwon Gibson. Raekwon Gibson, he's a former Pitbull. I coached him. Good kid.
Nice little gritty to celebrate his touchdown.
And what a pass by Wilson! I'll tell you, he knew he had a free play because he saw we saw the flag go up in the air. So they did get
number 8.
They did get the hitman off sides. Number 8.
Number 8, Mike Lowry.
Okay, so red on black, and never easy to look at the numbers, but we got a sunny day here. The sun came out. We have a little cloudy outside, but sun looks much better now. So they're going to line up for the extra point.
Too many men on the field.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get him for too many guys in the huddle there. Now I know number 17, Vinny Cirincione, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's a kicker for them, but he was warming up on the sideline over here, and he's got a good leg, very accurate kicker.
Normally, kickers are what decide a lot of games in the semi-pro edition of football. So the Seminoles march straight down. 3 plays.
And he drives that through the uprights for the extra point.
Seminoles.
Very nice.
Seminoles 7, Hitmen nothing. The Seminoles march down. 3 plays, 2 passes, 1 run. 2 passes, maybe 60 to 70 yards, and 1 run for maybe a loss of 1.
Yeah. And let's have a look at the replay, the accidental digital touchdown.
All right, so we've got the Twins again. Got the little full start offsides free play, and he looks like he just runs a shallow post. And since it was a free play, that was one of the few times you see G-Block take a gamble and throw it between 3 people.
Yeah, three defenders back there, and I'm assuming somebody got confused about who was supposed to take Lowry, and that cost them the early touchdown. So the Hitmen, I'm sure, will clean that up. But now they are on the other end of a 7-0 score, and Vinny C is going to kick off now for the Seminoles.
Got Vito Hatchelback, number 6 for the Hitmen, sitting in the end zone because he know the Seminoles have a great kicker.
Yeah, he likes to boot it deep, and no doubt about it.
He's sitting in the end zone. The Hitmen have to do a little surge to come back and get some points back and match the energy of the Seminoles. You don't want to have to punt, but it's still early in the game, so a punt will not be bad, but you don't want to have to punt.
Now, in a sunny, warm day like this, one of the things that the Seminoles have an advantage on is their O-line really likes to work people over on not only running the ball, but even in the passing game. Guys on the other team are just rushing, trying to get to the quarterback, and it's very difficult to get a sack on G-Lock. All right, so he puts that into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback for the Hitmen.
It's the first touchback I've seen all season.
Yeah, and it looked like he didn't even kick it that hard.
He didn't even try.
No. So he's got quite a good leg, then you see. So
yeah, and it bounced on maybe the 4-yard line. So, I mean, the 2 or 3 yard line. So with no effort, he kicked it almost out the end zone immediately. So the Hitmen are going to should start on the 25, is it?
25 on a touchback, yep. Same as NFL rules. And we'll see if Legree can answer now. If anybody can do it, it's definitely him. What's going to have to happen, though, today, like we talked about in the beginning of the game, is we're going to see how Barry Jones and the boys up front, they can handle those 4 down linemen for the Seminoles, because they're very good. Got
Twins, 1 running back. They start off with a pass, too. Legree steps up.
Step up. He's going down the middle long, and he has
number 7,
Evan Morrell, number 7.
Takes it from the 25 to about the 22-yard line.
What a throw.
Both teams opened up with very big plays to start the game for momentum swingers.
Yeah, and great protection by the linemen up front, riding their defensive ends out to the outside. And Legree, he's got such an advantage because he's so big. He can see right over the top, and he just a couple steps up and let it rip.
Perfectly placed ball. He caught it in stride. The only thing was the defenders were way closer, so they was able to make the tackle.
So here we are with now 1st and 10 for the Hitmen, and they are going to be on the 16-yard line.
Big Juan.
Coach Juan DePena.
We actually had Pity just walk in too.
Oh, and there's a lot of the den. What do you call it here today? Elite
Den coaches. Start off with a run to Cody. Gets about maybe 3 to 4 yards. Nice little run.
Run right up the middle there.
That's what you want out of your running back. Running north and south, 3 to 4 yards a carry. Makes the second down nice and easy. You can open the playbook a lot.
I know that the Hitmen I know the Hitmen will take that because they, again, a lot of teams have difficulty running against the Seminoles front, and it's not that they're tremendously big up front. Like their offensive line, they are just really, really disciplined and really very skilled up front. So they don't take a lot of chances blitzing either, the Seminoles on defense. It's usually just that down 4 coming up the field.
So now we got trips right, single side receiver left, running back Cody in the backfield. They go with a pass. Oh, quarterback keeper.
Legree. Yeah, and that's something that there's a difference. That's a marked difference between Legree and Wilson. Wilson's going to sit in that pocket. He's going to go left and right. He's going to make that play, let it develop. Legree, if he doesn't see what he likes,
he's going
right
to take
away,
off.
He's taking off.
G-Block is more of a scrambler to throw, where David Legree, if he senses the pressure, he's just trying to go north and south. G-Block wants to scramble around and let the wide receivers get open and run to a space away from the defenders.
All right, so we're going to have a 3rd and about 3.5 yards. They're going to dial it up from inside the 10-yard line.
This is 4-down territory. I'll give it to Cody. Maybe get a little 2 to 3 yards, or hopefully the first down.
Legree's going to motion Merrill to come in motion and back.
I called it.
And it's going to be very close. It looks like he's going to be it's going to be all depending on the spot. Looks like he's going to be a little short. So this is definitely 4-down territory, like you said. So there's no way they're gonna not go for this.
It's about a 4th and 1, 4th and inches.
Yeah, it looks like the referee on the side marked it just short, about let's see, give him maybe a yard, maybe less.
I didn't see who was in on the tackle, but it was a great stop because he didn't let him get any momentum to go forward. He stuck him and held him right up straight. Because it looked like with that last little surge before the whistle was blown, he would have got the first down.
So an early 4th down situation for the Hitmen here.
If I'm them, I'm running Legree. Way bigger body to tackle.
They have looks like an extra lineman in on the right side there, tight end. He's going to take that himself.
First down.
It's going to be awfully close.
First down.
Yep, first down. Okay, he signaled first down. Yeah, so they brought in, it looks like number, can't see his number as far away over there, 25. I don't know what number that lineman.
Like almost 55, but I know it was Marquise Slocum.
I was just going to say that's Slocum, right?
Yeah.
I could tell his body from watching him play for years, and he looks the same in every game, no matter what uniform he's wearing.
I think he switched his number because him and Donnie Mack had the same number.
So Slocum comes in, and he kind of lined up as a H-back there, an extra blocker, and off to the right side, but Legree took it to the left. So 1st and 10, and that's going to be 1st and goal, actually, because we're inside the 10.
1st and goal from about the 7. I say you run first.
Taking his time, calling his signals. And he's back, and he's looking to go in the end zone, into the corner, and it's going to be out over the top.
Yeah, it was a great pass. Everything was covered. While I take the sack, just throw it out the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted to go to something that was breaking over the middle, but decided not to, waited for that corner route, and put it where nobody else could. If his guy couldn't get it, no one else will. So 2nd down and goal.
Lamont Paramore, who is Moses, telling him, let's just play football. We got Tav Thomas, who plays for the Wolfpack. Legree got a cannon. Yes, he does.
Sure does.
Pause on that.
All right, 2nd and goal. Looks like both of these teams on offense kind of like the 2 wide on both sides. It looks like Legree's changing that up.
It's always good to play with a good quarterback who can change the plays at the line.
And he's going to take it himself. Right up the middle, touchdown for the Hitmen. Nice, blocked very well up front.
First touchdown of the game for the Offensive Player of the Year, David Legree.
And Legree takes it himself for 6, and I don't think he was touched. So that's a good job up front by the O-line of the Hitmen.
Great play calling from both sides. Way for the Hitmen to come back down and respond after the Seminoles got a three drive touchdown for about, they started at the 35?
They started at the
37?
25-yard line.
No, the Hitmen started at the 25. The Seminoles started at about the 37. 3 plays.
Yep.
The Hitmen maybe went 8 plays. Maybe 8, because I know they had a 4th down, first play long, then 4 downs, then 3 downs. Yeah, about 8 play drive.
And I want to say that we don't have a 00 on the roster, but we do have Ian Ulch is the listed as the punter, but he's going to be our kicker for today. It looks like.
5-yard penalty for something.
And it looks like there was an illegal substitution. Too many men in the huddle. So Aldous will line it up from the 20-yard line. So it's 5 yards deeper. And that's going to be short.
A little short.
He missed it.
That 5-yard penalty cost him.
That 5-yard penalty. We do have another flag on the field.
Maybe it was on the defense. That's what it looked like he's signaling.
And our ref is mic'd up today. Let's see if he remembers that he gives us the call.
As the refs decipher what the penalty is, we could either be a 7-6 Seminoles over the Hitmen or a retry to tie the game up.
Yeah, it looks like a couple of the Seminole guys are kind of pleading their case. So I want to say that this is going against the defense, but let's see what they finally decide. It came from the umpires area there behind the defensive front. So
it looks like they're going to get another attempt.
Yep. They're going to give him 10 yards on this, or 15 actually, right? Let's see, 5, 10, 10 yards. So it's a 10-yard penalty, whatever it may be, and the Hitmen will have another shot at it.
What penalty could have been for 10 yards on a defense?
On an extra point, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe holding, defensive holding of some sort, or I'm not sure, but. And why you'd hold on the defense on an extra point, I don't know, but. A lot of times, defenders on extra points or field goals will get caught. They try to grab the offensive lineman and
move them out the way so somebody else can.
So somebody could come up the middle. So I'm just spitballing, but that might be what happened. But all right, so extra point number 2 lined up for
me personally. Unless it's a 3-yard field goal, I'm not even. This is like I'll take this play off.
Yep.
No sense in getting a. Because if you try to be too antsy about it, you might jump off sides and then he misses, and now they get a retry anyway. So I normally just take this play off.
We'd almost let the unless it's a game decider, then
it was supposed to be a 5-yard penalty, I guess. So 10 yards was not.
All right, so they gave him. They put him back 5 yards again now, so they will have a. Ultimately, it'll be original spot of a 25-yard extra point, which is normally what they are. So let's see if Adish can drive this through. Good snap and hold. Ball's down, and that's got the distance, but off to the left. Tanked it off to the left.
They got an extra chance at it and still didn't tie the ball game up.
And, I don't know how many times I've told kickers when in practice or whatnot, the ball's going to go where your head goes, and they pull their head up, and when they pull it out, and don't keep it down, and it always hooks. So that's what he did, and that's a miss. So we're going to be 7-6.
Who that pity
Seminoles.
with the ball hit?
And the coaches.
And that chrome dome is unmistakable. That chrome dome is unmistakable. There
You on camera.
There he is.
You on camera. Yeah, you on film. Little bald head young bull.
And not for long. We sure don't want to keep that on there. We're losing
Losing some views.
we're losing views as we speak with that. So yeah. I think they'll keep that on.
So with the Seminoles leading 7-6, they'll get the MVP of the league. G Block back on the field.
Can you hit a rep?
No.
Can you hit a rep?
Yeah, we can.
You can't hear.
Don't worry about it. We'll get it at half. Right at half.
Seminoles will get the ball back and see if this kicker can kick it out the back of the end zone like the last kicker.
He doesn't look like he has as good a foot, but that's a pretty deep one. He's going to take that on the about the 8-yard line. And again, slow coming up the field, but now he's letting his blockers go.
Yeah,
and I
just get
believe
out of bounds, stay safe.
that's number 8. That's going to be Mike Lowry again. And good to see Lowry back on the field and ready to do his thing. So
Well, Mims was the one that got hurt, and he's back on the field too. He was on there. I guess he thought Mike was going to pitch him the ball back.
8-12 remaining.
So we got 8:12 left in the first quarter. 8:12 left in the first quarter. The ball got to about the 26.
it looks like the stripes are gonna hit him for 10. Hit the Seminoles for 10.
Just wait. He should block it. He should block in the back.
Now they're going to march off the 10 to 15 for the block in the back. So we're going to start on about 17?
Yeah, sure.
17-yard line. And they're going to start back in the same formation that they started in their first drive. Twins, one running back to the right. Mims back at the bottom of the screen. And they go run.
Ooh, right
Ooh.
up the middle. Big hole for number 6.
Number 6, Morrison, with a nice little 10 to 15-yard scamper. Get them right back where they almost was at before the penalty.
John Morrison. You know, Reese, 6'2", 205 Morrison. That's a pretty tall running back, eh?
Same size as me.
There you go.
He just looks a little bit more muscular.
Same formation, and he's going to just toss it out to nobody out there covering Morrison again, and he's going to get a nice first down there.
So about the 47. So we got 2 plays to Morrison, 2 first downs, and the Seminoles seem to be marching again.
You know, I think our man Wilson there, quarterback. I think he. I don't know if he saw something that nobody was. I don't know if he saw a previous play where nobody was covering the back, because he looked like he just said something to him. They're standing next to him and just flipped it right out there. Whether that was a called play or just designed right there, but
That's experience and film watching.
and he's looking for. It looked like he was looking for number 13, and that's going to be Chris Jean-Pierre Jr. and on a little deep out. So. Now, Reese, one thing as a defensive lineman, former defensive end, we haven't seen any push so far up front by the Hitmen defensive line. It looks like they're kind of just playing pitch and catch out there, and there's nobody getting anywhere near the quarterback.
With G Block, you kind of want to stay patient. You don't want to go too far up the field and create running lanes for him. So I understand from my point of view where I wouldn't want to rush too far up the field and create running lanes for him, because even though he chooses to keep the ball and try to pass it upfield, when he runs, he is dangerous as well.
So Morrison again on that inside handoff, and again Dante Bryant, number 5, locking things down up for a short gain. Actually, no gain, right back to the line of scrimmage. So this brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Seminoles from the 48-yard line.
Twins.
And he's under a little pressure and
Those cross
delivers
body.
a beautiful strike.
And catches it. Number 13.
Yep, and that's our man. Chris. Jean Pierre Jr., who G Block was trying to get on that long out before, got him right over the middle. And now we've got a flag in the middle of the field, right by where there would be holding.
Normally it is holding. It's either holding or illegal, your hands to the face. But I want to say it was holding on the tackle that's closest to us, number 55, where the DN kind of went past him and he just kind of almost pulled him down to the ground.
All right, that would have been Devon West, offensive tackle.
And he held Omar Jordan, who was about to get a nice little breather after that.
So the Hitmen front four made me look silly because I just talked about them not getting a rush, and there they do. They come up the field and work their way and put the QB under pressure there, and of course it was a hold. So you definitely want to put them back 10, replay the third down. So now they got third, and it looks a little bit longer than about 22 yards.
And they love this twins formation.
Up, and they're going to kill that one.
Yeah, Reed Clark. He's good for one a game. He was on my team most of the time, and he's good for one a game. But what I will say is he always makes up for it. He's good for one a game. See, now you got to get out.
All right, so they caught him. They caught him for a 5-yarder. It's going to make that slightly more manageable. Still a long one here, though. But
yeah, that was an easy one.
He got back over and then he can jump.
Encroachment. Hands on the hips. He ain't mic'd up right now, but we know the signs.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead.
We're gonna try to get this situated in the half so we can hear the penalties loud and clear, so then we're not playing a guessing game.
All right, so let's go third down. Looks like a little bit longer than 15. And Hitmen are showing it. Oh, we've got a little flanker screen outside here.
Mims. A little short.
And not a bad gain.
I think with the Seminoles offense, I would 7-6. They're probably going to go for it, but I would punt it.
So what I'm thinking with that flanker screen that always happens is they're going to get the other wide receiver who was on the outside here for holding. And, you know, there's no reason for that. All you're looking to do, all you're telling that other receiver is just stalk your man. Just stay in front of him. You don't have to grab him. You don't have to do anything. Just stay in front of him.
They call holding on Kareem. And see, the Hitmen were smart. The Hitmen were smart enough to accept the penalty because they know if they declined it, that they would probably go for it again.
All right, so now we're going back to about 3rd and 20 again. And we'll see what Coach Spina comes up with on the call on this. And he's sending everybody into the pattern. And Morel's under.
The pocket collapses.
Yep.
Everyone on the Hitman D-line.
Yep, he pretty much, he held that and held it, and instead of breaking out, normally you'll see Wilson break out left or right there once he feels that pressure, but he kind of committed himself to inside, and there was nowhere to go on that. So good defensive stand by the Hitmen, helped out by some mistakes.
Some penalties.
Some penalties and mistake by the Seminoles. So this will be a 4th and forever right now, and Seminoles are going to have to punt this out of the way. Vinny C is also the punter for the Seminoles.
Let's see how far the punter guy stays back. He's about the 20-yard line. So 20 to 20, about 50 yards back.
And we've got another penalty. Is there too many men on the field for the Seminoles? Huh? Perhaps not.
He waved it off, so. Seminoles get ready to punt it back. Looks like Howard Houghton is back to return.
That's a great punt. He got it to turn over a little bit. Took a Seminole bounce all the way down.
You got to field that, young man.
Yeah, you can't let that bounce like that. That's down to the just outside the 5-yard line. It looks like.
Looks like 23 Howard Houghton. You got to field that And even if you don't field it, you got to try to catch that off the first bounce.
Yeah, you never want to run. You're always telling your kick returners never run up to the ball, get yourself set under it. But that ball was so high that there's no reason why he couldn't have worked his way over and reset to get underneath that. So.
Started on the 20 and got the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that's a very good weapon to have. VDC there to make your field. Talk about field position change.
Reverse the whole field.
Sure did. All right, so Legree's going to come out now with his back up against the wall here on that 5-yard line, and
let's see if they can march back down the field again. Their first drive they had, they slowly marched. They got one big play and marched down the field.
I would think that the Hitmen would be a little bit careful about what their play choices are down here tight, and they don't want to make a mistake or turn anything over. They're going to have an inside run, and that's going to go not too far.
Maybe a yard. Number
7,
13, Cody.
Malik Darling was the linebacker that stuck up in there and shut that down real quick. He's built like a fire hydrant. Guy's low to the ground and just sticking people. Mm-hmm. And number 13,
Cody
Lamoureux, I think was that we say that?
Lamoureux.
Yeah, he's in at running back. He's also listed as one of the quarterbacks too for the Hitmen. So
I think he's Dave's backup. I think he was their quarterback during their 8-man season too.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Or Morrell, yeah. Oof.
And Legree's going to be jockeying the pass. And he's looking to dump it off to his back out of the backfield. And
that was 34, James Russo.
Russo. Yeah, I don't know when you say that, but yeah, Russo.
Yeah, it's hard to see his number because his jersey tucked in his shoulder pads. Trying to get as much air as possible.
Yeah, it's not that. It's definitely hot out there, but not that terribly bad like summer practice. But anyway.
The sun's starting to try to peek out.
Yeah. It's hot on the turf. It always is hotter than grass, but there is a slight breeze, and again, we're in the 70s, mid to high 70s right now. Plenty of cloud cover, so it's not killer direct sunlight. So now, 3rd down and 9 for the Hitmen. And again, like I said before, I don't think they want to do anything crazy here. And Legree's under pressure, and that definitely hit the ground.
That skipped the turf.
So it looks like Legree comes under heavy pressure from number 25, it looks like. That's Divine Daniel.
Co-defensive player of the year.
Yeah, and he was coming hard, so blitzing from his linebacker position. He tried to get it to Morrell over the middle. He just had him breaking across, but he just skipped it. And the only reason, if David Legree skips a pass on the ground, there's usually a good reason, and the reason for that is that he's under a lot of pressure. Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to plant his feet.
And it's not something you're going to see every day, because I know you've chased your share of quarterbacks around. Very tough to get a good pass rush on him.
I've never played against Legree, but I would hate to chase Legree around on the field because he's it's like LeBron playing quarterback.
So we have the Hitmen in punt position, and that is a short punt. Just got that away. That's going to bounce at the 35. Whoa, man, that is a dangerous thing by the Mims there. He picked that ball off a bounce out of the air with a couple Hitmen
right next to him.
So that usually when that bounces, you tell your return guys get away.
Poison.
Get away. But so there was close to a block there. The Seminoles went after it.
Yes.
And they just got it away. And excellent field position now for the Seminoles. Let's talk about some of our sponsors today. Serve Pro, 1-800-SERVE PRO. Why choose Serve Pro? Well, they have 2,100 locations nationwide, serving 90% of all U.S. zip codes within 2 hours. They're available 24/7. Emergency could happen anytime, day or night. Their customer care center is ready to take your calls, day or night, and just call them for immediate assistance. Highly trained professionals, more than 50 years of experience on any of your Serve Pro folks that you're going to contact. They've earned a reputation as being the number one company in cleanup and restoration industry, and they specialize in fire and water damage.
Pat's cell phone just in case.
So we got first quarter, about 2:40 left.
Oh, boy, look at that. I was close.
Ooh.
84?
84, Omar Jordan.
Omar Jordan. Omar Young Jordan. Yeah. And again, 6'7", 240 pounds, and those are long arms. That's power forward arms there, and he G-Block got away with one there. He was trying to flip it out to the back for a quick one, similar to what he did with Morrison previous series, and they got that block down. All right, he's back to pass again. He's going to step up. He's looking out to the right. Ball's underthrown, but it is completed. And again, he's got number 13, Chris Jean-Pierre. I think that's his might be his second or at least third reception today. It's good for a first down.
Yeah, it seemed like the Hitmen are starting to like bail a little bit from all the deep passes that the Seminoles have been running. They only caught maybe one or two, but they've been having a lot of like deep routes, and now they're just starting to bail it just a little bit.
And there they go right up the middle now and get a good push up front. That's going to be number 7, Kevin Pear. Kevin Pear. That's him. Yep. And he got a nice gain on that one. They got a good push up front, and they're going no huddle.
Trying to get somebody to jump.
Yeah, looks like Spina's changing the play to him.
The crowd is really into it now.
Pear, 5'8", 200 pounds, so he's quite a little pile there to run the ball, and he's going back up the middle again.
Tackled by number 2 again.
And that's going to be super close to a first down.
Number 2 from the Hitman, Nathaniel Barnes, met him again. 2 plays in a row.
So they cut them a couple yards short. Third down and short. Arish, you like the hurry up offense here that they kind of got the Hitmen on the ropes here?
I like the hurry up offense. No substitutions can be made.
Now there's something you don't see every day, and that's G-Block taking the ball on a quarterback draw and just going right up the gut. So that was a big hole again. And that's going to be a first down now for the Seminoles, and they're going to be setting up shop somewhere in between the right around the 10-yard line. And we do have looks like we have a Hitmen player down. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll be back while they tend to the player on the field. 8-7. Okay, we are back. Philly Super Site, Championship Saturday for the Den.
1st and 10.
And it is 1st and 10 for the Seminoles.
About the 16.
And he's under heavy pressure, throwing it out of the end zone.
Way to get the ball away.
Yeah, he didn't want to take a sack on that.
He had a guy all over him and got the ball off.
Yeah, he's Block just kind of he just kind of rolled to his right there, just made one little step just to get that off, and again threw it where these guys are veteran quarterbacks, so they're not gonna make a lot of mistakes. He's gonna throw it away where no one else is going to be able to get it. No sense in forcing anything because they're in good field position here.
All right, so we'll see what they do. Come back in. It's almost about the Twins formation. 2 wide receivers each side.
Wilson in shotgun back to pass, and he's throwing it out to the left there, and wow, what a touchdown. What a catch by number 1, Kareem Williams.
And you see his touchdown dance was a head tap because he head tapped Howard Holton. Oh, my goodness.
My word, what a nice grab. And you know what? Holton had him covered.
Holton was there.
He just didn't. I don't think he saw the ball. He didn't turn around.
He couldn't see where the ball was at. He was in great position, turned around, got his head around. He just couldn't locate the football.
Boy, talk about Wilson putting that bad boy on a dime. He put it right where it did. We'll have the extra point. We'll have the replay after
right
the
at the
point.
needle for a head tap. Right at the needle. And those are, as you said, normally passes he does not take. But can't argue with the results.
Extra point, Vinny C. driving it through. So that's going to give them 14-6 by the Hitmen. And let's have another look at that. Again, you were saying before the game, here's our replay. You were saying that, he normally doesn't take shots where his receivers aren't really truly open. And he kind of I think he actually saw the defender not turned around and said, let's toss this out there.
And he just ran out from the slot.
And they blitzed the Hitman. They came with some extra pressure, and he just threw it up and out. And there it was.
Yeah, it looked like he couldn't get his feet together to even jump to attempt to get the ball.
Yeah, and that's a great grab by Williams.
So now the Hitman, Dave Legree and the Hitman, got to come down and get some points now. Yeah, you don't want the Seminoles to start getting way too much momentum and driving, and you know what happens when you play Brooklyn and they get too much momentum, they'll start driving and the ball game will get out of hand fast.
Yeah, if they get the clock on their side where they're just looking, they don't need to score anymore. They're just looking to run clock. They're very good at it. They will just run that ball from one end of the field to the other, and it's almost impossible to stop sometimes. That's how good they are up front.
And they don't care what the score is. They will continue to do hurry-up offense. So, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Seminoles kicking off to the Hitmen.
Vinny C teeing it up.
See if we get it back in the end zone again. Oh, short kick. He wanted them to return it. Ooh, nice hop.
Yeah, and that took a killer hop there. And here we go. Hitmen are going up the right side of the field here, kind of bouncing it. Didn't have too much room. Took it to the sideline. Looked like that was number 6.
Vito Hatchell. Uncle Vito. He's been playing a long time. I've been playing against Vito since about 2008.
Okay.
So me and him have a nice little history, friendship,
Vito can definitely run the ball, or he's got some speed. So.
And he's an athlete. Corner, wide receiver, maybe a little wing back and all that. I've seen him do it all. So, Dave Legree and the Hitmen start on about the 27, 22?
Looks about the 22-yard line. Or 22-yard line. And again, like we talked about, they're going to have to answer here because they don't want. We're winding down the end of the first quarter, and they don't want to get out of hand before the half.
There we go, Mont. We can't read that on live, but we know what you said. We can't read that on live.
And there goes Legree calling his own number
nice
up
run.
the middle of the field.
Nice little first down.
And it's a
way to get some of that momentum back.
That's a 12-yard run. And I'll tell you, Reese, when he gets running, that's like tackling a lineman almost.
Hey, Tev, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm all right on the announcing, man. I just want to keep working on my craft the same way I did with football and get better and better.
All right, so that's the end of the first quarter.
Going to flip sides, fellas.
We are going to flip sides, and we are going to stay here instead of taking a break.
Yeah, they're just going to walk it down.
And we can
start off 1st and 10 after a nice little Dave Legree run. Christian Ramsey, these announcers dog.
Well, thank you, Christian. Thank you for the great comment.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
We are dogs. You know it.
I don't know if that's a compliment the way he's saying that.
That's okay.
Who country is James Russo, the running back for the Hitmen, 34. Swave Honcho. That's a Bleezy person, too. They was both Bleezy comments. Seven is going to get at least 3 targets. He already got, I think he got 1 catch and 1 incomplete that skipped off the turf. So he definitely going to get his 3 targets. He only need 1 more.
All right, start of the second quarter coming out.
1st and 10 for the Hitmen after the Legree first down. See what they do with it.
3 wide on the short side over here. Legree's looking left. Running. Oh, what a flip right to
Cody.
Wow, what a great play. Oh, ball's out. Ball's loose. I think
Number 80 got it back. Number 80 got it back.
Ooh, I think the Hitmen just dodged a bullet here.
Listen, that little flick forward was so clutch, and it got him about 30 to 40 yards.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't even see.
I didn't see the flick, but I seen Cody just running with the ball.
Yeah, I knew Legree. I thought Legree was going to take off with it and run, but he he saw something we didn't, and nice play, big gain.
Great heads up play by Legree.
Nobody in the middle of the field for the Seminoles because they were rushing and going downfield with the receivers. So
great run after the catch by Cody, but you got to hold on to that ball, young man.
So we're going to go 1st and 10 now.
1st and 10, about the 28.
Deep inside Seminole territory, and the ball is out. Legree dropped that number 44.
Damn it.
And that's going to be Mike Kuzar, and who's led the Seminoles in sacks this year with 8.5. He's going to get that fumble recovery. And I'll tell you, if we can have a look at it, it looked like Legree was pulling like a read option there. Let's have a look at it. The accidental digital replay. And he's reading that defensive end.
Oh, yeah.
And he saw him crash, and it looked like he wanted to pull it and go, but somebody knocked into the ball. It didn't really fall out of his hands. So one of the things that can happen when you run that type of offense, if the offensive line does not at least hold their mud up front, you can't have any penetration guys coming through the gaps when you're trying to run that kind of offense. So,
two straight plays, 2 fumbles, 1 bounced our way, 1 didn't. It's the way of football.
So early in the second quarter, the Seminoles are going to get the ball back now.
1st and 10, back in the Twins formation. Ball on about the 34-yard line. The Hitmen defense have to come up big because you do not want the Seminoles to score on this drive.
You are 100% right. They have got to come up big here. Oh, ball's on the ground again.
6.
They're going to blow that dead. I think.
6.
Yeah, I think he might have got touched very close. Omar Young Jordan, that tall defensive end that originally had a block, a batted down pass earlier in the game. Same thing. They put the ball on the ground, and you'll watch just a bad. I don't know if there was a bad exchange with the running back, and
I think the same thing happened with both quarterbacks.
That got kicked around a little bit there. That bounced around a little.
This was like a delayed draw.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to. Yeah, never had it, and then he pushes it forward, and
he was touchdown.
So he was touched, and that's what we've got. So 2 fumbles in a row, and
3 fumbles in a row.
3 fumbles in a row, yeah. And now we are back with Hitmen 1st and 10 inside the 25-yard line. So they're going to start it from the 24.
So let's see if the Dave Legree and the Hitmen can get back in the momentum swing and get in the end zone, get some points, and get this game a little bit closer.
Legree's going to whip it out to the right side, and he was looking for number
6.
Number 6. Vito Hatchell.
Ball was just a little bit too high.
A little bit too hard, a little bit too high. So he's looking to make. Looks like they're trying to. Maybe they're coming up with trying to maybe whip it out to his receivers and let them kind of do their thing out there on the outside, be athletes and run with the ball.
Yeah, they gotta not the play they wanted on first down. Now we got 2nd and sticks, but they got to get some points out of this. They got the ball back in great field position after the fumble. They got to get points out of this. But the Seminoles defense, they got to stand tall. and make him get no points out of this.
3 wide on the right. Legree's going to drop back. He's got time. Flings it out again to
6.
Number 6. It's Hatchell again.
Hatchell again.
All right, and that's going to be a good gain.
6-7 yard gain.
And it looks like the Hitmen are going to call a timeout.
First time out of the game.
First time out of the game.
13:24 left in the
All
second.
right, so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We have the Seminoles leading 14-6, mid-second quarter. We'll be right back.
You know what's just as dangerous as a hurricane or flood? A frosted tart. Specifically, raspberry. Left in the toaster for too long. That was the most insane job I've ever done. Ew. Those things are lethal.
Little slippery.
There he is.
Brother Darkness.
Midnight. A.K.A. Midnight. Our man.
The reason why this lead is possible right now. He had
I'll tell you what, under the food tents, there's some hellacious food going on over there. What I was reading on there.
Made toast with the food. Skip Jenkins with the rumble juice. It's a nice selection over here today.
All right, 3rd and 4. After the timeout.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. You got to get this first down to get some points. Keep the drive alive.
Hitmen need a timeout. I need a first down. Legree's in the middle. He's under, and the ball's out.
Fumble. Oh.
Are they calling that loose, or are they calling, did he blow that dead? Oh, awfully close.
They probably because it went forward still, they're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah.
But it looked like as he was winding up, his arm was hit.
So Legree was with guys draped all over him. He was still moving his feet, working to get clear, and yeah, you know you're in Philly when you don't smell the barbecue, but you could smell the other stuff, and that's always a constant. Never
plant-based aroma.
Never lets us down.
Plant-based aroma.
All right, so big 4th down now for Legree. Just barely made even bigger.
So we'll see. They come out in the Twins formation. Let's see if they can get the first down to keep the drive going, or whether they give the ball back to the Seminoles.
Looks like Legree wants to change up something, or he's telling his lineman maybe the block, and it looks like the Seminoles are coming after him here. And they're going after him, and a little bit too far. It kind of looked like it was thrown a little bit behind him.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got the first. It didn't look like he would have got the first down.
Yeah, it looked like he cut that route off a little short, Reese.
I didn't see, but it looked like somebody was open in the end zone, but I didn't see the whole total route because I was looking at the ball.
Yeah,
but.
so Legree had his eye on getting that first down, but that ball was a little wide and a little behind the receiver. So the Seminoles are going to take over first down on that 18-yard line. I'm sorry, going out.
So after the 3 fumbles and the ball back in the Hitmen with great field position, they get no points out of it, which is a bummer for them. Because now if you get no points out of that and the Seminoles drive down and score, you're in a bad shape against a great football team.
And something we'll keep an eye on, because the Seminoles definitely dialed up some pressure up front. Normally they're not a blitzing team. Maybe they'll send an extra guy off the edge, but they really came after Legree on that time, and they got a hold of him. So G-Block is back, and he's looking for a quick out. And that's going to be to our man. Nope, nobody tackled him, so he can get up and go. That's number 13 again, Chris Jean-Pierre, and that's got to be about his 5th catch today.
All first downs.
Yeah, and they're still not showing him any respect yet, the Hitmen, because the corners are playing way off. And why not take what they're going to give him?
Boogie the comedian, I got an announcer type voice. This is my corporate voice. Business only.
All right, so we have an offsides. It's going to be a free play, and he is going downfield, and that's going to be incomplete.
And we look like we got a flag downfield, so I don't know if it's because he pushed him out of bounds or if it was a pass interference.
All right, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this receiver is going to get number 10, Kendall Clark, or Sean Hull there. Now, Kendall Clark, I guess, is listed as the linebacker, but
Holding is only a 5-yard penalty, so
they had offsides to Hitmen. It's a double foul, and he was given Chris Jean-Pierre, the wide receiver, the business going down the field, so they'll take the longer one down there, and that's a big gain. And
Holding is only a 5-yard penalty, but he must have been pass interference.
Yeah, I mean, G Block got out of danger there and figured free play again.
Yeah,
I'm chucking this bad boy down the field.
Give my receiver a chance to make a play.
And again, one-on-one coverage down the sideline on Jean-Pierre, and if they're going to take away some of the other better receivers on the Seminoles, I like what G Block's doing. I like that he's going to his guys that are going to be in single coverage. So, all right, here we go. 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line for the Seminoles. He is back to pass, Wilson. He's going to pump fake and go right up the middle. Nobody home. And he's going to take it himself for a nice gain. That's going to be about a 12-yard gain. Again, Reese, we saw this earlier in the first quarter. Not something he normally does.
If you give it to him, he will take it, pause. But he mainly just wants to scramble and get his receivers open. But for the most part, he will run if you give him a lot of space.
And the Hitmen gave him a lot of space in the middle of the field. So that's going to be another first down from the 15-yard line. And again, double receivers on both sides.
See where he goes. I know he was
out to his
there.
left, and that's going out a little bit too high.
Yeah, he's kind of left him out to dry, but I guess he seen the hit coming.
I think he was looking for Kareem Williams on the outside, and I'll tell you, it's interesting that the widest. It seems like today that the Hitmen, whatever defensive coverage that they're in, it seems like that their widest receivers on the Seminoles are not being covered very tight. They're playing very far off the ball.
I think my man Justin.
Justin Barbish.
I think
you don't really know what he is, but he's a good guy.
I think the Hitmen are just playing where just let everything be underneath us and we'll just swarm to the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. And he's looking far right, and again,
out of bounds. Got a flag. Looked like it was holding.
And we got number 19, and that was Earl James, wide receiver. We haven't called his name today yet, but that umpire, as a former umpire myself on the high school officiating level, he's going to have a sore elbow after today flipping that yellow flag out every play.
Yeah, we look like we got a holding on the offense. What's mundo mean? I don't know what it means. I don't have the New York slang down yet. I don't know what mundo mean yet. I'm going to have to watch back and read some of these comments to see what it means. Or I need to tune into more of the Three Bleezy shows to find out.
Very well could be it.
I'll be in a few of them. I probably seen maybe like 4 in the last 2 weeks.
All right, so after a hold on the Seminoles line, that's going to be a 2nd down and 10. And Wilson's got some. Oh, is that going to be a pick? Oh, I thought it looks like they gave it to him, and he took his time.
He got some blockers and room in front of him.
Yeah, now we got it. Ball's on the ground. After that return,
look like they got it back though.
We got a mess down there. All right, so Wilson throws one past his intended receiver, and one of the safeties playing center field. I'll get a number when he gets up off the ground. He just kind of looks like number 30. If my eyes are not fully,
the crazy part 35. Is he catches the ball and starts signaling he caught it instead of getting up and running immediately.
So number 35, that's Zion Patterson, the free safety. And
maybe you heard a whistle.
Yeah.
And it was a diving interception, and he starts signaling, and it's just a catch. It's a catch.
So Well, so she was trying to go to Earl James. He overthrew him, and then, I got it. But
Just
get up.
just
Nobody
a little
touched
bit,
you.
just a little bit too high for the intended receiver.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to tuck that ball away.
Yeah, because he put it down.
Yeah, ball came out immediately. Good hustle by number, 58 on the tackle. Got the ball out immediately.
Offensive linemen do not like to tackle guys when there's a fumble or an interception. I can tell you that.
So after another Seminoles turnover, Hitmen have the ball. Get some points, fellas.
All right, that's going straight up the middle in a big hole. Big 15-yard gain. And that was just a simple dive right up the middle.
Yeah,
so
nice little dive up the middle.
guys up front, and they and
15-yard
to start
carry.
the game, Marquise Slocum, who was just a devastating run blocker up front, and he I would not want to have to feed him.
Nope.
His food bill must be amazing. But, yeah, so he did not play in the beginning of the game. Again, in the first quarter, he lined up as an H-back, but looks like he's playing right guard right now, and that's a large man pushing people around inside.
Yeah, he's coming back from an injury. He's working himself back into football form.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Hitmen.
Let's see what they dial up. Trips left.
And they're coming after Legree, and they're trying to get
the ball to the playmaker.
Well, out of the backfield, and actually a bubble screen there, it looks like. And short gain. Seminoles closed it down pretty quick.
And as one of the Bleezy hosts said, that's 3 targets for Morrell today. So if you would have had a nice little parlay and you would have hit in the first half. Oh.
Sure we can. It's legal. All right.
I'm sorry, Slippy. I'm not supposed to be talking about gambling, but I just seen the Parks live across the
You
street.
might be the worst offender.
Live casino across the street.
Live, right across.
Live is across the street. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got the baseball field on the right and the casino on the left. So here we go. 2nd down and 8. A long 7, shall we say, maybe. Legree. Again, twins and twins. Popular lineup formation today, and that's going inside and going nowhere. So the big boys in front shut down that pretty quick. That was number 31, Marcus Roman, defensive end. For the Seminoles on a stop.
And Cody on the run. Stop, tackled immediately. So now we got a big 3rd down for the Hitmen. Big 3rd down. The Seminoles they turned the ball over their last 2 drives and are keeping the Hitmen, letting them just stay around and keep the game close. So let's see. The nose playing 5 across like flag. It do look like they though. The Hitmen don't seem to run any like deeper plays though.
And skip motion across the field.
They run a lot of timing routes, see?
And that got blocked down. That got knocked down at the line. So it looked like Legree was trying to kind of throw like a little sidearm kind of pass there. He had Morrell going in motion, coming inside to the slot, going right up the seam, and I think he was trying to get it to him, but again, he was trying to throw it through that lane there, and it got knocked down. So it's a big 4th down now, and I don't think with the score and the way things are going, 4th and long, and on their side of the field, I don't think the Hitmen are going to take a chance here. They're going to punt this away.
They said, Kwame said, what happened to the Hitmen line that they was gassing up? The Hitmen line did good. They're holding up. They're just.
Listen, this is the kind of day in late June, a little humid out, a little sunny. This is tough for the big guys. All right, so that punt is up in the air, end over end.
Number 1.
And it's going to get returned for about 5 or 6 yards. And I believe that was, let's get you a number on that.
That was number 1.
I'll tell you, bright yellow shoes on there. You
That's
can
number
see
1.
Kareem Williams.
Yeah, you can tell by the gold cleats. But no, the Hitmen line they're not doing great as they would want or expect, but they're not doing bad. They're holding up. He's getting a little bit of time, but eventually when the Seminoles tend to send one extra person, it's just he's having to get the ball out quicker than he wants to. Whereas like there a lot of teams blitz, but a lot of teams don't blitz effective, and the Seminoles seem to be blitzing very effective today.
Yeah, just that's a good point. Just to blitz to say that you are means absolutely nothing if you don't design it the right way and get there. Because you could send guys all day, and a good quarterback will just sit there and pick you apart.
And not only are they getting there, their D-backs are holding up against the wide receivers of the Hitmen, where they're not being able to get separation and get open.
So now the Seminoles are going to start 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line, and they're going to go with a quick inside handoff to number 6, and that is John Morrison again. And it's going to be just a short gain. The Hitmen up front are closing that down pretty quick. You know, Reese, one of the things that I notice, they're going hurry up, so we'll talk about that afterward. And I like it. It's good. So you don't get anybody to get that play in quick and get the play off. So
they might be going to hurry up the rest of the game.
Crossing route over the middle to I think he got the first down. That's going to be number 8, Mike Lowry. And it's going to see where he marks it.
It's going to mark it a little short.
No. One step extra. Yeah. Lowry kind of ran past. Yeah, he got close to the 40, and I don't know if he actually put the ball over.
Generous spot.
Then he kind of got pushed back. So
generous spot. If I'm the Hitman, I said no, he didn't get that far. But if I'm the Seminoles, first down.
So G Block had Lowry coming across the middle on a crossing route. Now he's got back to pass again.
He didn't call a flag.
Rolling out to his right. Stop. Lots of real estate out here. And might as well just go ahead and take it out of bounds right there. That's a big 15, 16-yard gain.
They thought it was
not much effort on.
A lot of the linemen stopped thinking it was offsides.
Yeah, and as a defensive lineman, you can't do that. You got to play unless you hear that whistle. And they didn't look like somebody.
Second time out by the Hitmen. So.
And it's a very good possibility that on defense, the Hitmen might be a little gassed. We got a couple guys walking slow, a couple guys taking a knee. So they call their second time out for today. They have one left now. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. And we have Seminoles leading 14-6, second quarter. All right, we are back. Championship Saturday here in the city of brotherly love. The Brooklyn Seminoles are leading the Central Penn Hitmen 14-6. We have about 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Live shot of 2 Den commissioners, Campbell, Kenny Sams, I'm sorry.
Sams and Campbell. Okay, 1st and 10. Inside handoff. And
nice
that's
jump cut.
Not gonna good jump cut. You're right. That's not gonna go too far, but a couple yards. Hitmen are closing it down inside. Morrison again.
We have a great game going on right now. The defenses are kind of holding up on both ends. They both gave up a couple big plays, but for the most part, the defenses have been holding up and doing what they're supposed to do.
All right, 2nd down and 8. And he's going to toss a little pass out to the left side, and a nice move. It's going to be close to a first down. That's Kareem Williams. Just a little pitch and catch.
If that wide receiver, if the other wide receiver was able to hold up his block, he would probably went for 6 on that.
That might have went for a touchdown, right? So that's some serious feat on Williams to go from just kind of like going sideways, bouncing out to the left there.
And that corner played that play great.
All right, and Wilson's going to call his own number there on 3rd down and get the. I think he got the Hitmen kind of reeling back a little bit on that, waiting to see what was going to happen, and he called his own number right up the middle. That's going to be a first down.
This is probably the third time he called that, and each time he's gotten the first down.
And again, something we're seeing today that Wilson's not real big on doing. He doesn't do that a lot, but if it's there, like you said, he's going to take it. So under 6 minutes, or about 5.5, pump fake by Wilson, and he's looking down the middle. He's got a man wide open. And I think he is out of the end zone.
That's Gene. Oh, no, that's Mike Lowry again?
That was Lowry, and he was that's okay. He had it.
Yeah. If he was able to get 2 feet down, that was 6. He just lost track of where out of bounds was at.
I mean, G-Block, no other place to throw that. Just threaded it right over the top of the defenders, and Lowry's getting behind these DBs today.
He put that pass on a rope.
So now we come up with 2nd down and 10, and again, 5:30 in the half, and the Seminoles have all 3 of their timeouts left. The Hitmen have used 2. They have 1 left today for the first half. And G-Block back again. Heavy pressure, and he's throwing it away. So I believe they're going to let him throw that away because he was...
I don't think it got to the line of scrimmage, though.
He was outside the tackle box, I think.
It didn't get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, I don't know.
They letting it ride?
They're going to check now with the white hat is checking with the... maybe they're... Yeah,
Gene might have been in the area coming back to the football.
So the white hat was checking to see if there with his wing official to see if there was a man in the area, and they said it was. So G-Block gets out of that sack, scrambling to his right, big pressure.
And keep it a 3rd and manageable.
And 3rd and 10 now. And he is back to pass. And he's calling his number again, and lots of room on that left side, and blockers out in front of him, and he is going in for a touchdown. How about that?
That's your MVP of the league, fellas.
How about that?
No touchdown dance, no celebration, because to him it's just normal.
And again, it's a shame because the Hitmen front 4, front 5 are getting some pressure up the middle there. But I mean, he is just like, look, if I don't see it, when I see it, I'm gone. And that whole left side, Reese, nobody out there, just a couple guys blocking for him.
To my point earlier in the game, the Hitmen defensive line wasn't coming up as much. So when they weren't coming up that much, they weren't creating those type of lanes where he's just running through and there's nobody else there.
Yeah, and I believe you'll confirm this as a defensive end. You never, when you're on the pass rush, you never want to really rush past the quarterback, right? You gotta dip and bend towards him there to get a rush on him. So the extra point by Vinny C, and he drives that bad boy right through. And the Hitmen are going to take a very commanding 21-6 lead right now.
Seminoles.
Seminoles, 21-6 lead with about 5:15 to go in the first half. So let's have a look at this touchdown. And this was all G-Block and his receivers on the outside.
Making blocks, blocking downfield.
You see them signaling him. Watch, you could see the 2 receivers. He looks, okay, I'm off. Now you watch these receivers. They're like, come on, follow me. Come this way. And there's nobody out there. And Stalk blocking on the outside over there to let him. Great job.
Great job of the receiver.
And G-Block has got,
look like Mims.
We know he has speed. So
Mims was blocking 20 yards down the field. A lot of our receivers don't have that.
No, that's that when you got a wide receiver that's willing to do that, that's an extra plus on your wide out game there.
All right, so
Coach Reese, what are you going to call here now if you're the offensive coordinator for the Hitmen now?
If I'm going to be first I'm going to call is whatever we need to call is going to be getting us in the end zone. We get the ball back to start the second half. So I need to get points on this drive, and then don't give them enough time so where they can get points, and then we can possibly tie the game back up with our starting drive in the third quarter.
Now, a minor problem is Hitmen only have 1 timeout left because they did burn 2 already. So they're going to have to keep that in mind and watch the clock, as we're probably be under 5 minutes by the time they start.
5 minutes and 1 timeout is plenty of time, especially for a great leader and quarterback in Dave LeGree. He's been in this situation probably more times than half of us play football games.
All right, Vinny C kicks it to about the 5-yard line, and number 20, Javonte Haynes,
Ran into his own man.
who's normally a cornerback. He looked like he was getting a little speed going there, and then ran right into the back of his own man. So it will be 1st and 10 from just inside the 25-yard line for the Hitmen.
This is a key drive. All the 2-minute drills or whatever that Ron Kerr draws up when they have their little film studies and practices, this is the time that he needs to use it and come out with his best plays that he knows is going to work. Because they really need to stop the bleeding right now.
Now, with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, we've seen 4 touchdowns scored, between both teams. We saw that in the entire game in week 1. And again, week 1, teams are always feeling themselves out, but that was a much closer, a much lower scored game. Again, 20-14, won by the Seminoles. So Legree has 3 wide left, and he is calling his signals, calling his own number. Hop, skip, and a jump, and he is pushing his way through. That's a tough 5 yards he got there.
Yeah, he worked hard for them 5 yards. Normally, well, a lot of the times when Cody got the ball, he just slipped right through. But it was a few times he got caught at the line of scrimmage also. But that was a tough 5-yard gain. Now, with that in mind, starting off with a run, now you got the time moving. So, are you willing to go in the half 21-6, or are you going to try to get points up and speed this offensive drive up?
All right, Legree is set to go. We've got, again, his kind of Hitman's favorite, looks like set today is 3 wide.
Yeah. Just taking their time.
And they are taking their time on this.
Where's the sense of urgency?
And not a great snap, and right up the middle again, and just maybe a yard or two. And Reese, I gotta ask, the Seminoles don't look like they're in a hurry, and just really, just seem like the Hitmen are not in a hurry to looks like to get anything done here.
Maybe they just ready to go into the half and just talk it out and get their adjustments ready. Me personally, with knowing I'm getting the ball back in the third quarter, I want to try to speed this up and get points. But with the way the Seminoles defense has been playing great, do you want to speed it up and risk them getting the ball again before the half and you can make the proper adjustments?
And Legree under pressure throws it out to the right side. They've got the first down. That's a quick out to
number 80.
Number 80, and that's going to be Christian Europe. Yeah, wide receiver.
All right, so now that they got their first down, do they speed it up now? Well, the clock they stopped yet. It's not another 2 minutes.
The clock is running. I thought he got out of bounds after the catch, but apparently not. So they did wind it. So let's see what happens.
I feel like they wasted the timeout.
Now got official timeout, and
no, the clock should have stopped. All right, I knew I wasn't tripping.
Unless somebody. So if he went out of bounds, it would be 3:27 on the clock. We'll see if they do adjust it. But WeatherTight Exteriors, one of our sponsors at WeatherTight, they provide the highest quality roofing services for our customers. From the very beginning of working with us, they make sure to keep your home dry and well cared for. And you are in need of a roof repair, replacement, other projects in Royersford, Pennsylvania, and the surrounding areas, WeatherTight Exteriors has you covered. 610-686-7303. And first down, Legree is back. Under pressure, Seminoles are coming after him, and he's flinging it out there to the middle of the field, I believe.
Yeah, he got pressure.
I believe he was trying to go to Morrell again. He's got Morrell. It looks like he's got Morrell working the slot and then working a lot of the middle of the field inside today. So, again, something that we haven't seen the Seminoles normally do, sending some extra pressure after him.
The Hitman line need to give Dave just a second more to work with. A lot of his plays, he's finding the open receiver, but as soon as he gets his arm ready to throw it, it's already a defender draped on him. So either they need to Well, maybe that's probably why they want to go in the half to make this adjustment because they're not making it on the field right now. So maybe they need to talk it out and make it.
And they have kept the back in for 6-man protection. They haven't sent him out yet. But so just as I said that, they send the back in the flat, and he picks up the first down.
Vito Hatchell, number
6, and gets a nice gain, 15 yards, and that's going to be a first down. So we're at the 2:34 mark, and they are just crossed into 49-yard line of the Seminoles, just into their territory.
Now, would you take a big shot on the first down?
Well, I got to tell you, if I was defensive coordinator of the Seminoles, I'd be definitely telling my defensive backs to watch for it, because if anybody likes to throw a shot down long, it'll be LeGree. And he's got the receivers for it. So
the Hitmen have been running a lot of like shorter routes, and the Seminoles just don't seem to respect anything that the wide receivers can do.
Here comes a middle blitz right up the middle linebacker, and LeGree gets it away. Tried to go to Morrell again over the middle.
And Christian Europe was behind everybody before he threw that ball.
Yeah, he sure was. Yeah, that's a good point. He's got his hand up too. Hey, give me a breather here, but there was nobody back there. But with that said, LeGree no time to set and launch that because they sent the house there in the middle. So we come to the 2-minute warning for today. I'd like to read one of our other sponsors for you here. Tape Me Up with Trainer Steve. TapeMeUp.net. Trainer Steve, if you suffer from chronic joint pain or instability during training or repetitive activity, Tape Me Up may be able to help you with your remedy. With 10 years experience in the athletic training profession, he's fully capable and prepared to tackle many of your athletic taping needs. And Steve is usually at a lot of these games helping teams out. Some teams have good sideline staffs that are able to assist players, and others don't. Taping a player properly is an art form.
Yes.
And TapeMeUp.net. Trainer Steve, give him a check if you need help with that. And so we are again back to the 2-minute warning. Actually, 1:58 to be exact on the clock. And I'll tell you, Reese, if you're the defensive coordinator, you kind of breathed a little sigh of relief there on that last play because Hitmen had somebody streaking long and no one back there.
Yeah, the Seminoles are just saying the Seminoles are saying the Hitmen wide receivers they're not doing anything that we can't cover, and we're just not going to respect them. They're playing 4 yards off. They're playing one safety high, and the safety's first steps have been forward a lot. Maybe he's seen the last play where the receiver got back, and he's backing up.
They're going to blow that dead because that was unabated to the quarterback. So again, it looks like they've got Seminoles have 5 or 6 guys up on the line. And you know what? It's not a bad philosophy here. Under 2 minutes, let's not let LeGree sit back there and pick you apart. So let's come after him. But they're going to get him for offsides. That's going to be a free 5-yarder on that. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now.
The Seminoles have been getting a lot of pressure, so they just maybe got a little antsy. They've been getting to him the last couple drives. They've been getting in the backfield, getting all up in LeGree's face.
Yeah, so they are dialing it up. So, and again, why let him feel comfortable at the end of the half here and sit back and make something happen?
And they are blitzing effective. Where every time they blitz, it's either a bad pass or they're all over them, creating an incompletion.
And they're showing it again. And here they come again with a 5-man pressure, and LeGree's under pressure, and he throws it out to the right. Guys draped all over him again, and nice job to get the ball off, but that was up and away, a little too high, a little too far out to the right. So now a 3rd down and 5 comes up here.
Hove Senior said Hitman can't block the A-gap. Right now, whenever the Seminoles blitz, they're not blocking really anything. They're just holding them up just a little bit. He went from the first few drives to having a nice pocket to sit in to now it's just collapsing.
Yeah, but, they've got to the Hitman O line has to block inside out. They've got to tighten up a little And you gotta protect the inside. You want to let anybody come free, let them come off the edge. You gotta protect that inside first and foremost. So here we go, 3rd down and 5. And Legree's got his 3 to the left, and he's going to throw that out, but a little too hard and high. Looking for Hatchell, or not? Excuse me, number 80, Christian Europe again. And he's his. That looks like that's his speed guy who likes to stretch the field, but they're not really. Those routes are all short
timing routes. That's why the Seminoles aren't respecting any of the routes for real. But if it's 4th down, right? It looks like they take.
It is 4th and 5, and it looks like they're going to punt the ball.
I'm not mad at that. The way the Seminoles have been moving the ball, I'm not mad at this play selection.
Yeah, so
make them use all 2 minutes and try to go 75 yards because they actually have a good punter, so maybe he can angle it out where to go out around the 5 or 10 yard line. But
instead of giving the Seminoles the ball with a 50-yard, they're gonna kind of let that go. So that was not a great punt.
I would have just went for it.
And you could hear when he punted that. I heard it all the way up here. That just did not sound good off the side of his foot. And the refs are going to mark it on the 34-yard line. 33-yard line, I'm sorry. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Seminoles. And now, with a minute 43, Coach Reese, what do you think?
As a Seminole with 3 timeouts and G Block at quarterback, I'm probably going to try to go for the first 2 downs and then see where it gets me. But once you go for 2 downs with the Hitmen not having no timeout, maybe I just run on 3rd, and then once the Hitmen get the ball back, they'll just nil it.
So they are taking some extra time from the sideline, so I don't know if they I don't think they used the timeout coming out, but they did. Refs giving the Seminoles a lot of time before they line up and come out here. So Coach Spina has given his guys what he would like them to do. Let's see what they run with here.
If I'm the Seminoles, I want to score and get this ball game put away.
And you could pretty much say if they do score on this drive, that might very well be the case. Because the offense of the Hitmen have not looked clean today.
Yeah, other than the first drive, they've been pretty much stagnant.
And Brock is back, faking his, calling his own number again, going right up the middle, lots of room, and he is down over the 50-yard line. It looked like he was going to do a pump fake out to the right. Clock is moving just inside the 48-yard line.
20-yard run right off the first down.
Yeah.
Looks like G-Block is ready to put this ball game out of reach.
And they're going to save their timeouts. 2 by 2 again. Draw right up the middle. Blocked very well. And that's Malik, and I'm sorry, Kevin Pear holding on to that ball. They were kind of pulling at it, and they're going to call their first timeout for today. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5 from the 45. Seminoles use their first timeout. You like the call on the draw there?
I liked the call on the draw because actually if he just made that guy miss, it was really nobody else there, just like when G-Block ran. But shout out to the Hitman D lineman making that tackle.
And again, injured. I
think it's a timeout.
Injured player Jesse Merritt, the offensive lineman, number 71 from the Seminoles. He's out there in the huddle, giving some instructions to his fellow O-lineman there. I know that's got to be killing him not to be in a championship game. But again, a couple weeks ago, and he's a leader of that O-line, and a couple weeks ago he broke that right ankle in a playoff game, and that was it for his season. But he's out there rooting his guys on, and Spina's looking at his play sheet there, trying to come up with that perfect play, as always.
Yeah. If I'm the Hitman, I just want to get in the half without them scoring any more points. Right now, the game is easily still manageable to come back in the game. You get the ball to start the third quarter. If you get the ball, you score, you right in one touchdown ball game area. So They gotta make sure that the Seminoles get no points out of this drive.
All right, 2nd and 5, and G-Block back in. He's going long. He's trying to get this bad boy, and there. Oh, he just came back. So ball was a little. They had single coverage on the outside again. Like I said, the Hitmen had been covering single coverage outside. The safety came over, but I'm thinking Wilson threw that just a little bit short to see if he could make a play on it.
And got a little bit outside.
And a little bit towards the outside. So they
If
took
the
a shot.
defender was able to get his head around, he might have had a great shot at getting to the ball too.
Yeah, so they took a shot on second down.
Now you got about 3rd and 5. Hitmen got 2 more downs to stop this drive. This could easily go from a one possession game to a 3 possession game.
And it's not a terrible play call because you either get a long pass completion or the clock stops on the incompletion, which it did. So we got a minute 1:05 on the clock. Wilson back again, going over the middle. Turns to the outside. That's going to be number 19, Earl James. And going to be a first down. And see if they're
going to just roll.
They're going to go hurry up, or they're going to ring that up there. Spina yelling the play in from the side. No huddle. Looking down at their play cards. 2x2 again. One back. Back out, quick out pass, and he's turning it up inside. Nice move inside, and look at that speed that he's going. Good gosh. Are you kidding me? Mims, are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, what a play, and my gosh.
That guy has speed, and it just looked like the Hitman was running insane.
Nobody closed. He did that. Now, I'm thinking he's throwing it out and going to go out of bounds, so he definitely fooled me, and he takes that and turns inside.
See, I know he didn't have to go out of bounds because they still have 2 timeouts. That was the luxury of not using your timeouts. But
you're right.
Now, as the Hitman, you went from it possibly staying a 2-possession game with you getting the ball back to start the 3rd quarter to now it being an automatic 3-possession touchdown game. But hey, Swave Honcho, that's the same thing we were saying up here. Oh, my God, that bull Mims, nasty.
All right, nasty. Vinny C lining up for the extra points, been perfect all day, and he drives that through for a commanding 28-6 lead. Still with 30 seconds left to go, but Reese, I got to tell you, a lot of heads kind of hanging and shoulders hanging over there on the other sideline. Guys walking off the field there. Now, I don't think they were expecting that. I certainly wasn't.
Yards after catch. His middle name is probably Yak right now.
No doubt about it.
Because Mims is turned a 4 to 5 yard comeback into a 30 to 40 yard touchdown. So shout outs to Mims. Led the lead in, I want to say, receiving yards and touchdowns, and I think he was tied for receptions.
And if I remember correctly, Mims is he's from New Jersey, and I believe he played for the
Silk City Sharks.
I want to say Silk City Sharks, but I believe he played for the when they started the upstart Hawkeyes. Were around back then. I don't remember if he played for them or not. It sounds familiar. There was a Mims playing for them. I don't know if it was the same one, but. So he's had a big game today, and again, after he turned inside, lots of Hitmen defenders reaching and nobody closing. Nobody closing for a tackle. Lots of reaching, but no closing.
Well, listen. If the proper adjustments are made, the game can still be managed to be a game in the 4th quarter, but. One thing the Hitmen have to do is they have to put points up and they have to contain these wide receivers of the Seminoles. The wide receivers of the Seminoles right now are just doing whatever they feel like it. And then on defense, they're shutting the Hitmen receivers down and not respecting them. So Ron Kerr is a great coach, so we're just going to look to see if he can make some right adjustments and get his team going. Because right now they're just playing flat right now.
Yeah, they are flat. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. So a little drib kickoff by Vinny C, and he covers that at the.
I didn't see what happened, but I
did not either. But somebody did something.
It looked like it's the guy in the middle, and he got up a little staggered.
Somebody got a little fresh there, and that's going to be a flag.
It's going to be a 15-yard unnecessary. Is it? No, it wouldn't be a personal. Well, some type of personal foul.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct, and it's going to go back.
Oh, that was Mims' brother that played for the Hawkeyes that you're talking about.
Mims' brother. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Burton.
But yeah, it looked like they did the sweep kick, and he probably turned around and looked at the ball and got hit, and he got up a little dizzy, and then the guy started taunting him. So I want to say, I don't know if the penalty will be called taunting, though.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing for him, Reese. I think they got him for taunting.
All right, so they're talking it over, but they're going to give, I guess it was on the Seminoles, because we're going to march 15. Yeah, unsportsmanlike on the Seminoles. We're going to march off 15 more.
Mims not getting the Tev said Mims not getting the offensive player of the year was he said disrespectful. I don't feel like it was disrespectful because they gave it to Dave LeGree. Dave had a great year too. I don't feel like it was disrespectful. I mean, they did defensive player of the years and gave it to two people. So I wouldn't have been mad if they would have gave both of them it. But yeah, I feel like Dave had a nice shot at getting it too.
Yeah, and at the start of the broadcast, we did talk about LeGree. 16 touchdowns passing and 5 touchdowns rushing.
And he was probably top 5 in rushing.
Yep. So
with his top 3 passing. So.
And again, a crazy amount of 28 touchdowns by G Block Wilson. Just amazing year he had this year, and now he's having an amazing game today.
Yeah, he's definitely having an amazing game, and Mims is having an amazing game. And maybe him not getting that offensive player of the year today, he took it personal because he started this game off with a nice catch, got a little banged up, got back in the game, made a key block on G Block's touchdown run, and he just scored.
All good points. Playing top notch today.
But
all right, so.
With the great field position, 30 seconds left and 1 timeout, even if you don't get a touchdown, you should at least try to get a field goal out of this. So 28-9, it's still a 3-possession game. So
well, again, we have not really seen the Hitmen really try to get the ball long downfield so far, which is not normally what LeGree does. LeGree loves to throw that ball down the field. He's got the arm for it.
Yeah, other than that first play. The first play, they went downfield to Ev.
Right, and then after that, we've seen everything underneath, everything over the middle.
Short timing routes.
Short on the outside. So,
but now they go 5 wide receivers. So now as a Seminole, now that they have they go 4 because they got Slocum as the H-back.
Yeah, Slocum looks like...
So it's the extra blocker on the line instead of the running back.
Extra blocker,
do you blitz opposite of Slocum and create pressure?
Well, they're all standing up the defensive lines.
Or do you worry about the pass and go like a prevent-style defense?
Okay, LeGree with 4 wide. He is back. And he is looking. He's under pressure. He rolls out to the right, and he flips it out, but that's a little too far for Evan Morrell. And he's trying to get a quick out past the first down marker.
That play, he had great time. He sat in the pocket, stood tall, looked around, went through his reads, and none of them were open.
Yep, and he made more time for himself with that kind of little step and a jump to the right there, but a little bit wide on the throw. So 2nd down and 10, and we're looking at about 20 seconds left to go in this first half.
Other than number 7, Evan, and Vito, none of these other wide receivers seem to be able to get open. Chris had a couple good catches too, but they're not seeming to be able to get open when he needs them to be open.
All right, 3 wide on the left. Slocum's going to go from the H-back spot into the backfield.
I would just run right behind him.
And that's going to be, I thought they had a hold on that, but he did now. LeGree's going to launch it down the field. Oh, what a throw. And okay. I thought he had it. All right, so he was looking for number 8, and that would have been Vito. Number 6, I'm sorry, Vito Hatchell. And I'll tell you,
hold on to it. Went up.
I don't know what, and the Seminole coaches are kind of losing their marbles on the side here because of what looked like for number 73 on the Central Penn Hitmen, the left tackle kind of just dragged down the defensive end. Rushing in, and nobody called it. And it looked like the white hat was going for his flag, and then he didn't. So, I don't know. Call the obvious and let the other stuff go. There's holding on every play in football, and we all know that. But at the point of attack and very obvious ones that are wide open, you got to ring them up no matter how much time is left in the game. So,
listen,
LeGree got that ball downfield.
Vito is small, pause, but he went up between two defenders and made the catch, and then the ball didn't come out until he hit the ground.
All right, so 8 seconds left to go here.
All right, they got trips left.
And they're coming after him again.
Hail Mary pass.
Looking left, and that was
Face mask?
looked like a face mask. And it's going to be a sack. So they're going to give that. They're going to give the. That would have been the end of the end of the half. But they're going to get one of the defenders. I don't know if it's number 44.
If they call it on the offense, it should be declined.
Yeah,
but if they call it on the defense,
they're going to get one.
It's going to just go into the half.
Let's see if they get one more play because that looked like he raked his hand across Legree's face mask.
But I don't know if they're going to call the holding or not.
Let's see. These stripes like to talk it over. That's for sure. I want to get it right, I guess. That's all that matters. Make sure you get it right.
Oh, we got nothing still. We're gonna get this
personal foul.
Face mask. So it's going to be one more play.
So we'll have one more untimed down after a 15-yard penalty. And they did hit him with the big one, not the.
I don't think they do the.
They don't actually do that anymore.
Everything
right.
now is just automatic personal foul.
Yeah, you're right.
So now the Seminoles probably will just line up across the goal line, basically with the D-backs, because they know they have to get in the end zone.
Yeah, because that's a big 15 yards, because they're going to get this ball at the 30 or the 28-yard line.
One shot straight into the end zone, and just make it count. Oh, they're going to use their last timeout.
All right, so the Hitmen are going to call their last timeout. They are done for the first half, and we'll have one untimed down, and we are going to stay with our broadcast. All right, we're going to stay with our broadcast during the timeout.
Should be a quick timeout, being as though it's the last play.
Let's talk about 1-800 Pro, Coach Pat's specialty. He is the man. Why choose ServPro? They have more than 2,100 locations nationwide, serving 90% of all our U.S. zip codes within 2 hours of time. They're available 24/7. And listen, emergencies can happen anytime. Their customer care center is always ready to take your call, day or night. Call ServPro for immediate assistance. They have highly trained professionals, more than 50 years of experience. They've earned the reputation as the #1 company in the U.S. for cleanup and restoration, and they specialize in fire and water damage. If you have a fire in your house, that stinks. If you have water damage in your house, that stinks too. But I'll tell you what, those guys, I don't know what they do, how they do it, but they get it done. So any kind of specialty cleaning, mold remediation, if you're bored and you don't have anybody to have a barbecue with, call them up, have them come over the house. It'll cost you a couple bucks, but what the hell? You get to say you partied with the ServPro crew. All right, here we are. Last play of the first half. And as you suspected, Reese, lots of black jerseys back on the goal line and playing deep.
Just one play. It's basically going to be a Hail Mary. So will it be a tip drill? Will somebody try to be greedy and go for the interception instead of knocking the ball down immediately?
And they're in a bunch set out.
We'll find out. If I was them, I would throw it to the front of the end zone and have my 6'7" guys smack it to the back of the end zone.
And they're coming after him. 5 men rushing. Legree is throwing it deep, and it's picked off. And they have got some numbers. He's just going to go down.
Safe play.
All right, so that
Don't try to do too much.
That was a pick by number 18.
18.
Okay, that was Brooklyn Seminoles. That was number 18, Steven Nielsen. And that's his pick to end the half. And I tell you, Reese, not a great performance up to this point so far for the Hitmen.
So now we're going to worry about the adjustments being made from both ends and see if we can make this a better watchable game for the second half.
Yeah, we've got a really good showing on the offense today by the Seminoles. They've gotten it done in lots of different ways, lots of different players, and I don't know if you can so much as fault the Hitmen defense or their scheme, or just because of the way the Seminoles are getting it done. But no pressure. A little bit of pressure on Wilson. but he's managed to do things that, again, we normally don't see him do in ball games.
Get out the pocket.
Yeah. And I mean, running that ball, and that's not normally his forte, but he's letting him have it. So great job. So, all right, so we're at 28-6. We're going into halftime with the Seminoles leading here, and we will be right back.
There's a pro for that. Serve Pro. Like it never even happened.
Is your roof older than 15 years? Do you have missing shingles, leaks, or stains on ceilings? You know it's time to replace your worn out or damaged roof, but who wants to deal with high-pressure salespeople or play phone tag? Get a new roof, starting at $59.95. Get personalized roofing estimate in just 60 seconds. Get a new roof right now and save. As a bonus, with each installation, you receive lifetime manufacturer's warranty, 10-year workmanship warranty, our guarantee that your job will be done in one day with site cleanup, and a $300 gift certificate for booking your free inspection online.
Sorry, I'm out sick again. I just can't shake this fever.
Spread by mosquito bites, West Nile virus is found in nearly every state across the country.
Elena had another asthma attack. She's really sad to miss school again.
Asthma, a leading chronic illness among children and youth in the U.S., can often be triggered by allergens from household pests. Don't let pests force you to take a sick day. Learn how to protect yourself and your family at pestworld.org.
When you think about arsonists, you don't normally think about pigeons. We had this pigeon that picked up a lit cigarette, dropped it, and started a fire. Probably a one-off, but you never know.
Welcome back, everyone. We are at the Philly Super Site, Bigler Avenue, City of Brotherly Love on Championship Saturday for the Den League. A beautiful day. We are getting ready for our second half kickoff between the Brooklyn Seminoles and the Central Penn Hitmen. Seminoles are on top 28-6. I am Art Elias. I'm here with the former league all-star Reese Goodwin, the governor on the controls, Howard Gaber, and the GOAT, Pat Riley, behind the film, giving us all your live shots today. And Reese, what do you think of the first half? Gerald Wilson show?
Yeah, it was the G Block show. He took over.
G Block show.
The Seminoles and G Block, they just took over for the first half. It's always 4 quarters of football, but for the first 2, it was all Seminoles and G Block.
So Wilson ends up with 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. So that's quite a first half in a championship game.
What you expect from the season's MVP.
All right, here we go. We are ready to tee it off. Vinny C drives one down the middle of the field, taken at the 15-yard line. Central Penn get a nice block up the middle, and we got a nice long return. And he is going to go. He is going to take this to the house. And as long as we don't have any laundry on the field, that is a 85. It was from the 15, 85-yard kick return for a touchdown. And that was number 20, Javonte Haynes. He's normally a cornerback, but some amazing speed. Been their kick returner this year, the governor tells me. So just like that, don't blink.
2-possession game. Now, see.
2-possession game.
This is where that last touchdown before the half that the Seminoles got kind of hurts. Because now you would have started off only being down 7 to 8 points because you missed 1 field goal to now still being down 15 or 16, depending on if this field goal is made or not. Extra point, I'm sorry.
Extra point. And they are lined up. Hitmen. They missed the first one today. Second one, I think, is going to hit the upright and not go in.
Oh, he can't return that?
No, I don't think he can because that hit the upright.
It's out of bounds.
Again, that's going to be negative. So one thing I could tell you is that the Central Penn Central Penn Hitmen's kicker has just about for extra points. It looks like he's just about an average leg. So I hope the game doesn't come down to. So let's have a look at the
kick return
for a touchdown by number 20, Javonte Haynes.
He only made 1 move, and only 1 person got a little bit of a hand on him. He made 1 move when he found his seam and just took off.
Yeah, and he right up the middle. And you've seen a lot of black jerseys, and nobody was squeezing down. And he just literally just turned on the jets, running past everybody right there. That's where he really turned it on, and that's a great return to start the second half.
I know he plays cornerback, but if I'm the Hitman, I would be trying to introduce him into wide receiver.
No kidding.
The way he just ran off on them, he has this speed that seemed like he can get some separation that some of these wide receivers haven't been making for the quarterback. Dave LeGree has been sitting there looking for wide receivers to get open, and a lot of them can't seem to get enough separation where he feels comfortable throwing on the ball.
All right. Nice.
The kicker was commenting all week. That was one.
Sometimes you don't you shouldn't be drinking the Kool-Aid or touch the money until you actually play your game, right?
I bet Tony Spina tell him to kick it out the end zone next time.
Yeah, and again, you got to wonder, too, because they did that, and they were pretty much doing that in the first half. I don't know why they decided to give that a short kick, but regardless, here come the Brooklyn Seminoles now on their return, and they've got a little speed on the outside, and that closes down pretty quick, and oh, my, helmet off. That's always dangerous. So number 42, Marquise Edwards on a tackle, and that was number 8, Lowry. Right. And we saw Lowry kind of get hurt in the first half, and now he's adjusting the package there, making sure everything's in order.
Mims got hurt.
Mims.
Number 9.
Was her number 9, yeah.
Number's close.
Lowry, he's got some major speed.
And he scored.
All right. So now we're in 28-12. and that would be great. And
so now we have the first offensive possession of the third quarter.
For the Seminoles.
G-Block coming out. Yeah. Started the third quarter off with a touchdown, kick return. So now we'll see G-Block and his offense come back on after scoring, I think, their last 2 possessions. Hitmen got a little momentum with the touchdown. Now they got to get a stop.
They've got everybody up in the box. And it looks like, is that ball out? We got a fumble. And there is a lot of guys going for that.
Look like they got it.
Wow. What a turn of events if they have the fumble. Oh, there's a boy throwing his down. He should not be slamming his helmet on the field when you're standing on the field. They're going to give the ball, looks like, back to the Seminoles. And a couple guys are complaining, saying they thought they had it. But that's why the stripes are in there sorting things out.
Looked like the guy on the Hitman had it.
That would have been monstrous if the Hitman had recovered.
I think the Seminoles guys took it from him.
Seminoles do have the ball back. And again, lots of times that ball, Reese, you know this, under that pile, that ball changes hands sometimes.
It looked like the Hitman guy dove on it and the Seminoles guy just took it. Strong-armed him for the ball. All them people jumping on the ball after he had it, see? It looked like the Hitman guy had it, was on his back with the ball on his chest, and the guy from the Seminoles just managed to take it in the pile.
Yeah, that would have been that could have been a very, 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 very catastrophic type play for the Seminoles. Not coming out very crisp, very sharp.
That would have definitely changed the momentum of the ball game.
All right, so here we go. They're going to lose 3 yards on that play, and it looks like we have an offsides on Central Penn, and he's going to chuck it up there again. And I'm telling you right now, I believe they're going to get
another pass interference.
Number 20, Javonte Haynes, who just had a great play on the kick return. He's going to be. They're going to get him for a little bit of business on number 9, Decry Mims. Yeah. So now G-Block knew he had a free play, and he tried to put it out there to him. Knowing that he had that free play, and to top it all off, we get pass interference.
That's the second time this happened where we got a offsides and then a pass interference.
All right, so Seminoles get themselves back in business.
So if I'm the Seminoles, I want to keep getting offsides and getting free plays because we get pass interferences. So even if we don't catch it, we still get a 40-yard penalty.
No doubt about it. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Excuse me, inside the 38-yard line, looks like. They're going to hand off inside, and number 84, I'll tell you what, number 84, Omar Young Jordan, he's been active all day long inside their defensive end. He's the big kid, 6'7", 240 pounds, and very quick off the edge there, and very tough to block.
He got a nice paw on that guy to slow him down. He didn't make the tackle completely, but he literally stopped him in his tracks when he grabbed his shoulder pad.
Yeah, and Pear was only allowed to get a small gain on that.
And he had a lot of running room before that.
All right, G-Block back to pass. And he's just tossing it out of the backfield again. And he's gone to that play numerous times. Now, there is a case of the Hitmen not making that adjustment on defense. They have not covered the back out of the backfield all day, Reese.
No. And every time they throw the ball to the other than the time when Omar Jordan smacked the pass, they've been getting 10 almost 15 yards every time the running back gets the ball out the backfield. So it's always been a first down. So that was one adjustment that should have been made that just wasn't. And
continuing all day long, no huddle by the Seminoles. Coach Tony Spina calling the head coach, and I guess he's the offensive, may not be the offensive coordinator, but he definitely calls the plays on offense. So ringing it into his QB. And he will drop back to pass again. Right over the middle, and he's got Mims again on the crossing pattern, and he's going in
for another touchdown.
For the touchdown. What a play by the Seminoles. And what a play by Decry Mims.
Back in the end zone.
His second touchdown of the game, lined up on the left side of the line and just running that crossing pattern.
A little gritty. A little gritty for sportsmanship.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if you don't get the rush and you let Wilson sit back there. He'll pick you apart. We already knew that. Fourth touchdown pass on the day for him. So,
if this game ended right now, G Block would definitely be the MVP of the game.
No question about it.
5 total touchdowns, 4 in the air.
No question about it.
So, Hitmen, who
that was almost 40 yards, and I believe Vinny got that extra point again. So they're going to go up 35-12 here now, with 11:35 still very early in the quarter. So, all right, 35-12, and again, Dakari Mims. Just the speed. Can we, if we have a replay of that, if HG can dial that up again for us, so we can.
Another time when he just made people miss. Just making people miss. Just a great effort for his yards after catch. Nice little short crossing route.
Yeah, and Mims is down here on the left, and they kind of fake the bubble screen over here with
1, 2, 3.
And at that point, it's done. So Kareem Williams lined up in the slot, kind of backing up like he's going to do a quick bubble and drawing those defenders in. And Mims right across the field for
right behind the linebackers.
30-yard touchdown strike.
Mims is having a heck of a game. 2 receiving touchdowns. He probably has 100 yards receiving too.
No doubt.
Heck of a game and effort.
All right.
So after the Hitmen get a kick return for a touchdown and kind of still a little bit of the momentum, G Block takes his team right back down and keeps it a 3-possession game.
And now if I'm Ron Kerr at this point, I would not be happy with the way my defense is playing today, because you just can't come out and give that big one up on that after you make a big play.
And he
so
kicked
now
it to the other person.
into the end zone, and our returner's going to take it out. But now the coverage really settles in and takes him down just over the 15-yard line. And that looked like that was number 6. Number 6, Vito Hatchell. And
I think that at this point in the game, you want to try to get your team some momentum after you just had a kick return for a touchdown. But I still would have took the knee just because it went in the end zone.
I can appreciate that he's trying to make a play, but that's you're going against the grain a little bit on that one. So
I would not fault nobody if they did that. With the way the score is looking right now, anything could be a spark. So you want to try it. Whenever you get the ball, you want you to be that person to give the team the spark. So I'm not mad that he did it, but I'm mad at the result that.
So the Seminoles, who had the number 1 defense in the league this year, only given up 74 points all year, all season, have only given up 12 today, and one of that was on a return. So very quietly, their defense is just doing a number on the Hitmen so far. So let's see if Legree can line up anything, and they're bringing the house, and they're shutting that down. They got everybody lined up on the in the box there, at least 8 guys in the box, and they kind of run blitz the gaps there to see if they can make something happen. So Legree runs to the line and falls down. He's going to get 2 yards because he's so big, and that's basically what he got right there. So 2nd down and 8.
And it was a design run, and it seemed like the offensive line didn't get any push.
No, they definitely, and again, I like what the Seminoles are doing. Keep the pressure on, keep the foot on the gas, and let them have it. What do you think about on offense? Are they going to continue? Do you think Ron Kerr is going to continue to try to run the ball to keep people honest, or you think he's got to open it up? Because I mean, there's only so much time in the game. So,
with the way the score is, and me being a former receiver, I would want him to abandon the run. But when you're playing against a great team, you never can abandon the run.
Okay.
If all you want to do is, then they're just going to sit back and just wait for you to throw the ball.
Good point.
And the defensive line is still getting pressure, so you still got to keep them honest. So I wouldn't At least not yet. It's still early. You still got 10 minutes left in the third quarter. 3 possessions.
And I think that that play there on second down, Legree was looking for his receiver to kind of do a comeback on the sideline there, and he just was
just a little
miscommunication. Miscommunication on that. So that's going to bring up third down and elongate.
Let's see, third down. This is a big third down.
Yes, it is.
Big third down. 3rd and 7, still manageable. Nice
2
little timing
receivers,
route.
both sides of the line, one back. Legree whips it out in the flat, and he's looking for his player to make it, and he did. That's a pretty quick little man right there.
Good play by Europe.
Christian Europe, and we've called his number numerous times today, and he's gotten some nice
short.
He's got some nice first downs. Oh, they sure did. That did not look like, unless he stepped out, that looked like he ducked right out of bounds after the marker. So what do you think here? Are you going to go for this?
I'm punting.
You want to punt? Okay.
I'm punting because the game is still close. It's still manageable. The game isn't over, even though the Seminoles have kind of been marching. The game is still not over because
all right. They're going to bring Big Sloke in here and
probably going to get Sloke in and run with him and Legree. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad.
If you can't
way of doing things.
If you can't get 1 yard behind Slocum, then I don't think you should be playing this game.
It's a good yard, and everybody's cranked up in the box there. Looks like you got 9 players in the box. Here we go, and just exactly what you said. And Legree's going to take that, and he's going to get a first down. So he followed Slocum right behind him. That's a good idea to do that.
Yeah.
And picks up the first down and some extra.
As a defense, when you see Legree and Slocum in the backfield, you should already know it's a run.
Pretty much know what's coming.
And the way the line kind of like piled up, it looked like the Seminoles knew it was a run, and they thought he was just going to come up the middle. And as a D tackle, you just dive and create a pile, and it made him go outside. But he still managed to get the first down.
All right, so the Hitmen pick up a big third down, pick up a big fourth down, actually, my man. Yeah. And now we're back in business, 1st and 10 from the, looks like the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. 2-by-2 again.
And the blitz.
Here comes the pressure.
Blitz.
And Legree is under pressure, getting out of it. And he is launching it down the field. And that's an errant throw. It's going to be picked off. It was number 24. That was Marquise Jenigan. And he was looking for his...
The crazy part is, it was a guy, I can't see his number. It was nobody near him.
Yeah.
But since Legree was running this way, he couldn't see him.
Couldn't see him, yeah. And again, he being under pressure like that, I'll tell you, again, Seminoles dialing up that extra pressure, which normally they don't do.
Effective.
That's not and so effective today because Legree has been running for his life. And I believe that was number 24, Marquise Jemigan?
Oh.
Cornerback?
Jernigan,
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's an R, not an M and an N. Okay, gotcha. All right, so pick for today, and now the Seminoles are in business and
could possibly take all the air out of the Hitmen.
The clock is on their side. The clock is now against the Hitmen because this is right where the Seminoles like to have you with a big lead and the ball, and they're going to try to run that bad boy, I think.
8 minutes left in the game. Nah, if you know the Seminoles, they're not. 8 minutes in the third, but you know the Seminoles. If you know the Seminoles, they're not just ready to just run the ball yet. They like to run the score up on everybody. And I don't know how the talking was this week, but normally they want to run the score up. Oh, he got hit too.
Oh, almost got it. Okay, so he was shooting it down the field again for Dakari Mims.
And G-Block took a hit too.
G-Block took a real good hit from the outside. So much for running some clock and running the ball. I think he called that shot.
They don't take the gas off the pedal. I'm talking about they could be up by 30 in the fourth quarter and they're still passing.
He chucks it 50 yards down the middle of the field. So all right. So what do I know, right? So anyway, 2nd down and 10.
No, if normal, I'm not going to say normal teams, but most teams would choose to start running the ball and just wasting the clock. But that's just not part of the Seminoles offense. We don't care about running the clock. But if it's also too though, it's not a lot. It's still time enough where the Hitmen can. It's only a 3-possession game still. But if they score on this, they probably take all the air out of the Hitmen.
Yeah. Back to pass, going to be a draw up the middle. Nice run, good hole, and that's our man number 6, John Morrison again. And Morrison has had some nice runs up the middle today. He's picking and choosing where he wants to go.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's averaging 5 to 6 yards a carry today. And the Hitmen are known for their front seven, so that's what makes it kind of surprising. The Hitmen front seven have been dangerous all year.
All right, and we're looking at a third and a little more than about a third and a long 4 here. And if they're going to take their time and use up as much of the play clock as possible.
And they're probably going to pass this play too.
And over the middle, and no. He had it right in his hands. That's a good ball. And that was number 19, Earl James, who hit him right in the sweet spot and couldn't pull it in. So now it's going to bring up 4th down, and I don't think the Seminoles are going to mess around with trying to do anything cute.
Yeah, it looks like the punter's walking on. Smart play. I would go for the punt. The Hitmen haven't been moving the ball quite well since the first drive, so it's not too bad to get a punt. And last time they punted from right here, they got the ball all the way down at the 5-yard line. So,
and Javonte Haynes, number 20, is the deep man to return for Penn, Central Penn, and he's the one that had that touchdown return in the beginning of the second half. I'm sorry.
And they switched the other guy who let the ball bounce to the 5.
Yeah, I think he got pulled by the special teams coach pretty quick. So low snap. Vinny C just kind of pumps it out there a little bit. And they're going to down it right about the 35-yard line, 36-yard line.
That was a nice punt. He put the spin on it where the ball wouldn't spin toward the defender. I mean, toward the punt returner.
The back spin.
He put the back spin on it so he wouldn't get it.
Oh, and our boys in black and white are back talking again. So the wing official on the far side had a flag down.
A little bit of laundry. If it's on a defense, this might be a first down. If it's before the punt, it might be a first down. But since they're discussing it, it's probably just going to be 5 yards added on.
Yeah, they're asking Kerr what he wants to do with that. So,
well,
there's been no today, and I'll tell you, a lot of people will say, as being a former official, a lot of folks will say sometimes that the officials, not only do they control the game, but they also set the flow of the game, and you can get a crew, basically like we have today, that is literally calling a lot of penalties, and what that does, it slows the game down. Not only that, but it also doesn't let teams get into rhythm. So I don't think we've had a drive on a score more than 4 or 5 plays at the most. Anybody? They've scored
maybe the Hitmen's first drive when he went about 8 plays.
They scored about in big bunches, and they got a little problem with the chains on the other side. They got to get that cleaned up.
Yeah. Hitmen need to score to make this game interesting. Not too much.
And only then will it be interesting, because that's they don't want to get they've got to put points on the board and answer and maintain some kind of, it gets you score, this too, playing both sides of the ball too. Your offense punches one in, it gives that defense to go out on the field a big spark, or a little bit of extra. Yeah. Same thing the other way around.
Yeah, and and the way the score is, with the score, we're still suffering from this chain issue. It looks like maybe the chain came unloose from the sticks, but with the score being the way it is, the Hitmen have to score in order to get their defense into the game to realize that we still have a chance. The Hitmen, if you look at them on the sideline, none of them have any energy. Most of them got their heads down almost. So they need to find something that's going to get them a spark to get everybody hype again and then make the game interesting so everybody that's watching it can be more interested too. I'm pretty sure with the score being the way it is, a lot of people just like, oh,
here we go.
Seminoles did what we expected.
Yep.
So, first and down, let's see what Legree can do. Second time out in the second half.
It looked like he's 3 wide on the left side, and he's got Morrell again on a short route over the middle. First down and a couple extra. And again, it's been more pitch and catch and kind of, short stuff so far. Legree's taken his shots, but that was more towards the end of the first half. But other than that, everything seems underneath today.
Yeah, the Hitmen's offense all year has been pitch and catch. They do a lot of timing routes. But I'll tell you what, before I say anything, it looked like they was going to have a better chance of
Yeah, so unfortunately, this is going to come back. Legree worked real hard to get out of bounds. That was the referee's going to get number 73, the left tackle, for a hold. He's been having his issues today with number 31, the Brooklyn Seminoles defensive end, Marcos Roman. He's been killing it. He's been killing it from the outside today, and I'll tell you what, just real good. So, but anyway, number 73 gets called for the hold, and again we've had him a couple times today. He didn't get called for it, but that's going to cost them 10 yards. Going to be 1st and 20, and they're going to wind that clock.
He had he had a big play right before the second half where he tackled the guy.
Right,
and they didn't call it.
It's correct.
But
yeah, the Seminoles got upset on the sideline because it kind of happened on their side, and it is what it is. But again, it's not a penalty unless they call it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
First down and 20-ish.
Yep, looks like a good 20, good solid 20 here. Same set, Legree, 3 wide left, and he threw it behind.
You know what's crazy? The running back picked up the blitz, but Legree kind of like turned around expecting a hit when he threw the ball.
Yeah, it didn't look like he had his feet playing. I'll tell you, from what normally Legree is a player that has pinpoint accuracy at quarterback. He's been a little bit off today, not throwing the ball normally like he normally does. So whether or not that rush from the Seminoles is in his head, normally that doesn't bother him because he's so tall in his size. But he's had a couple that are a little bit off today. And normally we don't see that from him.
I'm pretty sure it's because of the Seminoles been getting to him. And they've been dialing up. I don't know who the Seminoles defensive coordinator is. I think it's Skip Jenkins. But he's been dialing up a heck of a game.
Yeah.
With the blitzes, mixing it up, sending it from all different ways. Whether you got the corner blitzing outside or the corner blitzing through the C gap. He's been mixing it up so much that Dave can't even know where it's coming from.
Yeah, they're keeping him uncomfortable back there is basically what it is. Yeah, you let him get comfortable and he'll kill you. All right, so draw play up the middle, good call. It's going to pick up about 12 of what they previously had, and I believe they're going to get another penalty, and I believe they're going to get a holding call on the Hitmen. So sometimes when you see that play break like that, it's either really good blocking or somebody cheated a little.
And that was a nice run. Nice run by Russo.
The problem that's going to hurt with this is holding is a spot foul.
So now it's about 2nd and 30.
So we got at least, that's so 2nd and a country mile here listen, the best thing you could call here is get a little bit back. Yeah, get a little bit back.
2nd and 30. 2nd and 30. Gosh.
That limits your playbook a little bit when you're looking at the sheet when you dial that up.
Now, with the way the Hitmen run their offense, they do a lot of nickel and diamond. Will you be able to get it with all the little short passes and routes that they do?
Well, and the Seminoles know that, and they're definitely seeing it all day long. So, and they're coming after him again. Heavy pressure. Legree's running around back there. He's under heavy pressure and just kind of throwing it away. Now that's very, very close. They could have called grounding on that, but they're going to let it slide because it looked like the one receiver was in the middle, not really in the area as much as he should have been. But they'll give it to him because there was a white jersey close by. But so he dodged a bullet there, not losing it down, and it's going to be third down now. And
they need the Hitmen need somebody that can get these Seminole defenders to run backwards, because all they're doing is just keeping everything in front of them because there are no deep passing routes are coming. They're really not respecting this Hitman wide receiver core. All right, so we got 3rd and 30. 4 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen.
5 wide, right? Because no back.
Yeah,
so,
no back, 5 wide, 4 wide receivers to the bottom.
And the safeties are playing just about 20 yards downfield. So we go again, threw it underneath. Ball got tipped at the line. Five-man rush, and that got knocked down. So 4th down, and I don't think at this point the Hitmen are going to mess with it. They just go ahead and kick this and get it out of the area. Now maybe with a decent punt, our punter here today has left a little bit to be desired. He has not changed the field position at all for the Hitmen when they are in the punting position. So if he can get one away and get it down the field a little bit and try to change some of this field position.
His first punt was a shorter field for him to work with, so he tried to angle it out. So let's see now that he has a way more field option, and now he's going to try to punt for distance. Will he get a better punt?
Mims and Williams will be back. Williams is up about 10 yards closer.
Let's see how good the Hitman punter is.
And that's going to be offsides, I think. It's blocked. Oh, boy.
They blocked it.
And they're going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Now, I do believe, I thought that somebody stepped over. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we can't see the flag. The bottom, that was pretty obvious. There was a defender on the Seminoles that just kind of took a big giant step right before the snap over the line, and that was a no-no. So they're going to get 5 yards out of it and re-kick.
I'll be mad, especially if they call my touchdown back.
Yeah, me too. Nice. My man Reese here dialing up a nice, juicy-looking cheeseburger. Of course, not bringing enough for everybody in the box, but
the crazy
has
part is
to do what he has to do.
I was in line so long. Yeah.
All right. So 5 yards up. 4th down. We're going to re-kick it.
And hopefully get better results.
And if it's not a broken chain, it's a ref tying his shoes. And I mean, these guys are in reverse mode. Anyway, here we go. 4th down. Good snap. Ball's away. Line drive kick. Smart to kick it away. Mims is going to grab it on the ground, and we're going to get another flag, of course. Why not? They're going to get helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of flags today.
You know, the safety ones and the obvious ones you got to call. So I get it. If it was truly helmet-to-helmet, then nothing you can do. But these guys are what they are. Nobody's moving around too much. They're going running down to get the kind of walking through every play. So anyway, so the Seminoles are going to take over, and we'll figure out where the first down will be. This should take a little while to figure this out.
Juicy burger is a crazy comment. Yeah, we got 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Hitmen will definitely, the Hitmen definitely need another stop because you can still, the game is still in reach, but if they don't score their next drive, it probably will not be in reach.
And I got to tell you, football fans, Goodwin definitely did the right thing here in the booth with his vegetables. He did lettuce, he did tomato, little mayo, little ketchup, just the way I like it. So all I could tell him is he puts that down, he's in trouble.
Art Sanders, leave my tuxedo shirt alone.
All right, so 15 yards after their return, tacked on. That's not what the Hitmen wanted to have happen. So that's going to put the ball in Hitmen territory on the 39-yard line. And there we go.
Oh, so it's a repunt.
So forget everything that I just told you, because I don't know how. And big Juan DePena coming into the booth here because he overheard on the broadcast that food was in here. And don't ever call him late for supper.
Slippy was supposed to give us food, too.
Our defensive coordinator from the Garden State Herd had a very successful season this year. Coming into the league. Repunt, 4th down. And ball's away. Got it to turn over, and it took a bounce, and Mims needs to leave that alone, but he said, the heck with it, I'm going. And there he goes, and that will be a return of about 5 to 6 yards. Going to be 1st down from the 30-yard line.
I'm all right.
And there he is, the big man, Juan DePena.
Great job, boys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Great job.
Mess around in Hudson County, and Juan, you just might find Juan right up your butt, locking you up. So be careful. Don't mess up in Hudson County, kids. Juan is on the job. All right, so looks like a 1st and 10. Seminoles are bringing it out. We got a 4-minute.
Juan, don't go out like that.
4-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. And we're going to see if the refs will let the boys play now here instead of killing it.
All right, so now the Seminoles finally get the ball. 4 minutes left, ball at the 30.
Quick out to the right, and that's going nowhere.
Tackled immediately.
So that was a nice play on defense there by number, let's see
20.
what we got. Number 23. That's going to be our man Howard Holton, and he closed in nice on that. That's the way you close as a cornerback. And on a couple of occasions during our broadcast today, my partner Reese here has dropped his cell phone, and if he reaches down to grab it again and it happens, watch out for that hamburger because there's going to be trouble.
Yeah.
I'm a big man, but I can move pretty quick when it comes to cheeseburgers. 2nd down, and that actually lost 3 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 13, 2nd and maybe 14. Clock is rolling. G-Block calling his plays, and he's going to do a little quick handoff to the outside, and he's got some room, and they're going to take it out of bounds. So nice job by number 2. That was
Kevin.
Nathaniel Barnes taking him out of bounds, and that is number 7, Morrison. I know that's not Pear, Kevin Pear. I thought Howard was calling for a piece of fruit, but apparently he wasn't. So, all right, and still, why change anything? Hurry up offense. No huddle.
Offense still working. Still trying to score.
And going down the middle. And there we go with a couple more flags.
2 free plays. Every time you get a full start, get a pass interference.
They did not get the. They didn't get the Hitmen for offsides, and it looked like from here that you had about 2 or 3 guys jump right to the middle. And I believe from where G Block was situated, he thought they were offsides, that he had a freebie because he just kind of chucked it down the middle. Kind of threw a rainbow ball down the middle, and their defender ran over before the ball got to him. Right. So that's going to be probably what, Reese, the 5th or 6th pass interference penalty on the Hitmen today. So,
and 2 or 3 of them was on what we thought would have been false starts. 3 of them was on false starts, but this one they didn't. I mean, offsides on the defense.
Yeah, we thought they were offside. They looked like they were offsides, but they didn't hit him with it. So.
After another pass interference first down where the wide receiver just got tackled and stepped on, start the ball on the 40.
New set of downs for the Seminole. 1st and 10 from the 4-0 stripe. Tony Spina changing the play.
Ross
calling
said,
it out. G-Block says, yo, what the hell, coach? All right, here we go. Looking down at his play card, calling it out to his
5
team.
seconds, almost a delayed game. Got it off at the 1 second.
Here come the Hitmen, and they got him wrapped up good. So the Hitmen sent 7, and look like we've dialed his name up plenty of times today. Looks like he's limping a little bit, but that's
84.
That's number 84, Omar Young Jordan, and
right,
he's had a lot of action today. He's not a very thick defensive end, but he is definitely long and definitely fast. So he's not a super muscular kid, but he really, really can get up the field, and he knows how to play that defensive end position.
I'm pretty sure somebody in one of the comments would have said pause. I'm 70% sure.
All right, after the sack, Seminoles are going to come up 2nd down in about 17, 18 yards.
Let's see if they can dial up a touchdown.
2x2 again. G-Block back over the middle. Oh, and his boy took a big shot there. So number 13, Chris Jean-Pierre is going to take a shot. Compliments of G-Block, putting that bad boy right up above eye level there, so he had to pick up his arms to get it, and he couldn't haul it in. So we're going to go to 3rd down, and Wilson has worked the middle of the field
a lot,
very well today. You know, he has really worked the middle of the field very well.
Pretty sure. See, there we go. Pause. You see, there go another one. See, you gotta watch how descriptive you get up here, man. They waiting.
They can wait all they want.
He can't help it.
I got the mic, they don't.
Oh my goodness!
Here we
another
go.
one. You gotta stop. This is a family show. What's going on? See, it's cool. I got us, man.
Heavy pressure from the Hitman, and there he goes.
And
he's
waving.
Going right up the middle, and nobody is home. And he may take this in for a touchdown. Look at that. Look at that. Right up the middle of the field. And it looks like we got
right out the camera view.
Looks like we got a flag down around the 15-yard line. They may have gotten one of the receivers on the Seminoles with holding down the field, but let's see.
I thought it was more of a taunting than holding, but
and that's a shame because that's a great run, and they're probably going to call that back.
Yeah, it looked like the Hitmen they just threw in the towel. Minute left in the 3rd quarter, it's like they're just throwing the towel.
That middle of the field has been ridiculously open, and really, you know, again, 2x2, and the receivers are going downfield. I get it, but nobody's home. The middle of the field, it just, I mean, you get by one linebacker, and it just seems like nobody's there. All day long, nobody's there, so no adjustment made.
Did they call hold?
I believe I don't know if he ever signaled it or not, but anyway, that's going to be, because I think he put him back 10 yards from the 15, so it's going to be blocking the back or hold. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line now for the Seminoles. That touchdown will come back. That would have been G-Block's
second rushing.
Second rushing and 4. So that would have been 6 on the day that he was responsible for. Crazy.
So let's see if he gets mad and get it back again.
2x2 again. Handoff inside. He's going to make it to the outside. Okay, good containment by the Hitmen. Defense shut it down. Number 2, Nathaniel Barnes. Number 20, Javante Haynes, locking it down on the outside. And Pear, he's a good little runner there, and he's got some good moves. So, all right, so that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, and we're going to be at 35-12, and we are going into the 4th, and we will be
right back
checking with my boss here and see what he says. Coming right back. All right, we're back. 2nd down and 7, long 6 for the Seminoles in Hitmen territory. G-Block changing up the play a little bit. He's looking over at Spina. Inside handoff again to Pear, making a couple moves, and another flag. So
turning nothing into something.
Looks like that's going to be holding again because that's where that comes in right there. And Hitmen did a nice job locking it down, and they're going to lose 10 yards on that. And honestly, Reese, I really don't think that the Seminoles really are too concerned about getting penalties like that, only because, they're going to go back 10 yards, but the clock, they maintain possession of the ball. We're replaying 2nd down, and the clock keeps moving. And the clock is their friend now without fail.
And normally, the closer you get to the goal line, the harder it is to score, so now it's just a little bit more breathing room. Even though they haven't been really having any trouble scoring, this is right at their striking distance. So let's see what G-Block dials up.
2x2. Once again, this has been their favorite, or pretty much their only set today. They have run out of. Hitmen are going to come hard up the middle, and G-Block's going to call his number again right back up the middle. So they had a little bit of a delayed blitz there by the outside linebacker, and he came loose. But again, even the guys that are blitzing on the Hitmen, when they get, it's almost like they get into the backfield. They don't want to come 100% head on because they're concerned about G-Block doing exactly what he did right there. He's just kind of picking his choose in his hole where it's open and going right up the field. Nothing's changed so far with that because it's worked all day. Why not keep doing it?
Yeah, the Hitmen's blitzes haven't been as effective as the Seminoles.
Hands down, I've done a bunch of his games, and hands down, this is the most I've ever seen him run in all the times that I've called his games.
So let's see. 1st down in about.
They're
11.
setting it up from, looks like the 10, so I think they can get a first. It's just outside the 10, so they can get a 1st down again. Inside handoff. A lot of pushing and grunting and working going on inside there.
Kevin Pear.
Both O and D lines battling good. That's going to be a couple yards on the gain for Pear.
I'll tell you what, he's been seeming like every time he gets the ball, it's like it's not going to go nowhere. He's been turning nothing into something every time.
Yeah, very quick feet, very low to the ground, probably tough to tackle.
Now that this 4th quarter, it seems like they're actually taking their time.
Yeah.
They're not in no rush.
No rush to run a play.
And it's like they waiting for the 5 seconds.
They can smell it.
The delay game penalty. You're just waiting.
And he's going to call his own number again. Fake on that, and that got shut down quick by the Hitmen. That previous play, if you want to call it an RPO or call it a read option there, that was what resulted in the fumble earlier in the game when we had a series of, it was early in the second, 3 fumbles in a row by the teams. And so now 3rd down, and that probably lost a yard, so we're doing 3rd and I'd say a long 9.5, and again, no rush to run the play.
Yeah, no need for them to be in a rush. It's 4th quarter. You got a 3-touchdown lead. No sense in speeding it up. Just let the clock run.
And without a play clock, that was a missed snap there. So without a play clock, one of the back judges or the side on either side will normally signal within 10 seconds on of the 45-second clock. So that's going to be they're probably going to dial up the. Unfortunately, the center on a snap like that, center infraction, they call it a snap infraction. So he gets to wear that one. So 5 yards, 3rd and 15. Clock is still moving. We're under 12 minutes, coming to 11 minutes now.
And we're in Mims territory. This is normally where they go to Mims, but he's actually been spreading the ball.
Would he go ahead and do it again?
Because Mike Larry got a nice touchdown in this area too.
He's back to pay. Yep, and he's looking
Mims
on the
area.
outside, and there it is. Nice call, Reese. They're going to call that.
Mims area and another touchdown. That's 3 for him today.
Did we get the signal from the?
Yeah.
Or they're calling him out of bounds before?
I thought he put it up.
Did he put it up? I missed it if he did. I wasn't sure if.
Look, they doing their gritty dances. He must have scored.
Okay, yeah, he sure did. Yep, you sent it down. Yeah. All right, so a dime right on the right on point by G Block, and great pass. And you called that play right before it happened.
Mims territory. I tell you, listen, that guy Mims makes it look easy. He's fast. He has great hands, and he. If you notice on that last one, he never put his hands up to catch the ball until the last second, so the defender never knew when the ball was coming to block it. That is a veteran move that you normally. I ain't gonna say you normally don't see at this level, but
extra point is
good. A lot of wide receivers don't know that. They're too antsy to put their hands up fast. Where he just literally waited for the ball to come down at the last second and caught it.
So now, on the day, G Block is responsible for 5 scores today, and he almost had 6 before. If he had that run, or actually, I'm sorry,
he still got 6.
He has 6 now. Yeah, he's responsible for 6 scores today. Amazing.
And Mims says he's responsible for 3.
You still leaning towards G Block as our player of the game today, or
he 6 total touchdowns. I'm still going for G Block, but it's a close race with Mims with 3.
I don't know. Do we have the replay of the touchdown or not? But can you take the heat? This is the inaugural year of the Den minor league football, and the league is now accepting new teams for the 2024 season. And any perspective, you can go on their website, which is thedenmlf.com, and I believe they have a link on there to click on. Prospective teams can go ahead and put their information in, and Slippy will contact you and get your information.
The Den round 2 will be epic because there's going to be more teams that's going to. The Seminoles are the inaugural champions, and
they normally there are teams out there that play spring and then play summer fall leagues, and they're a team that consistently plays every season, 2 times a season. So that's not easy. So high kickoff by Vinny C, and that's going to be about to the 22-yard line. And little return to the outside, number 0. That's going to be Tyrell Schaefer. It's the first time we're calling his number today, number 0, out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
So with 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 42-12, Hitmen down 30 points. What is the plan?
Well, you want to finish off the game respectable. So the Hitmen know how to. They're not they're a veteran team. It's not like they're young guys and they're out there and they're gun shy or they're excuse me, or they're deer in the headlights look. That they know they're getting beat right now by a better team so far today. So now go out and finish the game in the last almost 11 minutes left to go and do the right thing. Be respectful.
See, that comment knows. Make sure y'all come back next year. Y'all got to defend the title. The Hitmen now are just playing for pride.
Ellegree is going long for what a catch! Oh wow, what a catch! And I got to tell you, Reese, there's something you said earlier in the game, and the same thing just now on this long pass play down the field here. So we've seen Legree go to, and don't get me wrong, number 80
sure.
Europe was open, However, you had number 0,
running down the
Terrell
sideline.
Schaefer running down our close sideline here completely without any coverage at all. So obviously there was broken coverage, but Legree decided to go to Europe, who almost made an amazing catch. He's definitely got Europe definitely has some amazing speed, but yeah, his vision today is not as pinpointed as normally is, because there's some guys that are running free that he's not hitting.
And he was there. The catch was there. He just couldn't hold on to it after he hit the ground. So 2nd and 10.
He's going to swing one out to Morrell. Going up the sideline. Good tackle, number 34. It's when you just keep him in bounds.
I thought he was going to jump. He's normally a jumper.
Excuse me, Robert Pousser. He's the cornerback, and that's going to be a first down.
Clock still moving. It's going to have about 9 plays on the start. 9 minutes. So.
And Hitmen keep moving. They have a lot of receivers that they use because they keep, after it's about, they keep moving guys in and out, putting fresh bodies out there to run those routes.
As the Hitmen, what do you take now? What do you take from this season going forward?
Well, right now, I think that they kind of knew handoff. Oh, Legree faked the handoff, and he swings it out to the outside, and he's got some room to run out there. Nice speed, and they finally take him down. That was is that number 1?
Yeah,
number 1 again.
I think it was number 1. Yeah,
Thomas Davis. So, again, when we talked in the beginning of the broadcast about as the league was forming, and we heard that the Hitmen were going to have a team, we heard that the Seminoles were coming into the league, and then you heard the other teams, and you knew who was coming in. However, it pretty much everybody knew, everybody suspected this would be 1 and 2. You definitely thought the Seminoles would be 1, and the Hitmen, maybe one other team. But really, this is what everybody expected to be the end result this year, and it is. And again, game 1 in Atlantic City, that was a great battle. 20-14 won by the Seminoles, but a really good rock'em sock'em game. And this one here, just a little bit more open and just a little bit more open today, and of course a hell of a lot more scoring. But so inside handoff, and the Seminoles shut that down pretty good. But
the Hitmen have played great football all year, and for them to be a first-year team coming from 8-man to back to 11, they did well.
Yeah.
The Seminoles, they played against a well-oiled machine, the Seminoles.
And you look over across on the sideline, there's a lot of white jerseys over there. So they had a complete full roster, and they had that full roster all year long, and they maintained it. So that's a good start for them to come into year 2.
The Seminoles have been playing all year round for
Morrell in
at least
motion
this year.
And
so the Hitmen, for them to just come back to 11-man, first year, make it to the championship is a great accomplishment all in itself.
Absolutely.
I know Kerr is not happy about this, but they made it to the championship. I know he's not happy. No one wants to be happy being on this side of a one-sided game.
And let's not forget, too, that in this league, on this level, we know that recruiting is huge. O-line, D-line, quarterback, huge in this league. And the Hitmen recruit and pull from a big area out there in central Pennsylvania. There's a lot of colleges out there that they really pull from. So they've got just.
Somebody said, "Bring the Ducks back."
Bring the Ducks back.
Hey, no foul language, man.
Ducks were always competitive. All right, Legree's dropping back, gets a little pressure going into the corner over there, and the cornerback kind of ran him out of bounds. So he threw it up, tried to get a call.
No flag.
No flag on that, and that is going to be. This is going to be 4th down now up here, 4th and 9, 4th and 8.
About 6 minutes left. So.
And the referee I believe, got hurt. One of the referees, I think, got hit. on the sideline, one of the side officials. So he's over on the sideline, kind of taking a break, I guess. So they'll work the end of the game with 5 officials instead of the regular 6. So they're going to send a medical personnel over. And I didn't see what happened to him, but the gentleman that is sitting on the Seminole sideline, he was working. He was one of the wing officials on our side, close to our side over here, the Seminole sideline. So he must have took a pop. And again, when you're out there and you're an official, and believe me, it's happened to me. You got to remember, you're wearing just a uniform. These guys are wearing that equipment. Yeah, he's in the yellow chair there, and they're wearing the equipment, and you get hit, and you don't see it coming. That hurts.
Get him some Rumble juice.
That hurts.
I don't know if he needs some water. Get him some Rumble juice.
So there should be. I guess they're going to stop the game. Normally they would, without a alternate official to fill in. I guess
I don't know if he's just hot because it look like they fanning him.
You know what? That's very possible. You might be right, Reese. It might be something about heat exhaustion. And I don't have to tell you this as a player. On a day like today, you got to hydrate. You got to hydrate a couple days before today, not just today. So if you're thirsty, you're dehydrated.
He holding this game up.
And
I
know that they're concerned about everything, and I was just wondering. I guess they're going to wait and not do anything yet. But again, if he's having a heat issue, I don't see him, being able to go back on the field right now. I don't know that any medical person would tell him, to continue and go back. And of course, yeah, they're gonna go ahead and take him off. No, they're gonna sit back down.
The cameraman deserves MVP.
All right, so we have a break in the action with 5:45 to go, and we will wait.
Don't we got an alternate ref up here in the booth? Send him down.
We do have an alternate ref up in the booth doing the clock, but I don't know that he can. I don't know that he would be able to go down on the field and cover. But yeah, it's you're right, Reese. You called it. They're definitely using the cold rag and stuff on him. So he might have fainted or might have had an episode and
with the way the score is, just continue with 5. Continue with 4.
While we have a break in the action, we'll talk about one of our sponsors, WeatherTight Exteriors, 610-686-7303. They provide the highest quality roofing services for our customers and listening audience out there. From the very beginning of working with everyone, they will make sure that they keep your home dry and well cared for. Whether you're in need of roof repair, replacement, or other projects, they're located in Royersford, which I've never heard of, Pennsylvania, and the surrounding areas, and they've got you covered. WeatherTight Exteriors. Again, 610-686-730-7303. And it looks like they are going to go ahead and
start
with 5 officials, which is normally what they would do to finish. They'll just put one in the middle of the field and, as the DN, move the wing guys down. Yeah, they're not going to let him go back on it because, again, if he's suffering from a heat problem, he's going to be done for the rest of today. So, here we go. 4th down and 8.
From the...
Looks like what? I kind of lost track for a second, so we're looking around the 24-yard line. 2-by-2, one back for Legree. See if he can pick up the 4th down and continue this drive that's been going on for a while. Stepping under pressure, rolling out and running, and he's going to have that first down plus a lot more. And that is a first down, takes it all the way down to the, looks like the 5-yard line. No, my bad. Yeah, 5-yard line. Legree took a hard shot. He went down hard. He got hit from behind. He didn't see that coming. And he held on to the ball.
See, they're going to pause you again. See, they know. And he's coming up limping. It's not a good, it's definitely not a good sign.
Yeah, it's a big guy. He could take. He's taking his shot, so he'll finish up.
Yeah, he gonna finish. Pause.
He's not going to get pulled out.
I caught that one. See, I caught myself. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna teach you how to get yourself. Pause ready.
Reese, I got to be honest with you. Couldn't give to you know what. So Legree, 1st and 10, 1st and goal actually from the 5. He's going to dial it up, calling a play from the line, and they're coming after him. Rolling to his right, he's going to throw it out. Quick zip out to Morrell. It's going to be off his hand and incomplete. Going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Clock don't stop till what? 2 minutes.
2-minute warning.
Keep it rolling.
They'll run it out to and it's the right thing to do.
Slippi done brought the trophy out. Little brother Darkness.
He has it all ready to go.
Pause. I thought he ain't had no clothes on. Out here wearing all black. He should have had a red shirt on so we can know where he was at.
Okay, 2nd down and goal. Clock moving. We are moving into 2:26 left.
About the 7, 6.
Legree is back. Rush coming. He goes over the middle and dropped.
Evan.
He had him in the end zone,
Evan.
and that was Morrell. I think it was Morrell again.
That's pretty much how their day's been going today.
Yeah, he had to put it only where Morrell could get it, but he couldn't hold on to it. It did hit him in the hands. So we're going to be 3rd down and goal. And they're bringing Slocum in, so I don't know. They might try to run the ball here, maybe, see if they could punch one in.
It's just been that kind of day for the Hitmen.
And it'll probably roll, so we're rolling to the 2-minute warning.
warning.
I guess they're going to call the 2-minute. They're going to wait.
Look, they got the water.
And the defensive coordinator from the Seminoles gets a nice ice water bath. They got him good.
Skip Jenkins, Mr. Rumble Juice himself. Congratulations, champ. You went from being a player to now being a defensive coordinator, I guess. And I'm gonna give you your flowers right now. You dialed up a heck of a game, man. The blitz scheme that y'all came up with, the Hitmen could not. They could not control or they couldn't even picture where it was coming from. And every time he dialed up that blitz, it was successful.
Now they had great success today coming after, and again going into the game. I guess that's a good strategy. Never let David Legree get comfortable in the pocket. Excuse me, and sit back there and go ahead and be able to throw the ball and pick you apart. Why let that happen? And they didn't.
Naeem said they couldn't. The Hitmen couldn't make plays when they counted.
So after a quick timeout, 3rd and goal, and again, looks like we have a 2-back offense here. Let's see if they try running the ball on here. On a motion, trying to go to the right. Now they're going to still throw, and that's going to be
touchdown.
Legree takes a shot and a touchdown. So Legree gets a touchdown pass on that. He threw it up there.
Uncle Vito.
And Vito comes down with that. Vito Hatchell, go ahead, and he scores. That goes right up. I saw 2 hands go up, take it out of the sky, pull it down.
I thought it was picked too.
Yeah, no, it was definitely thrown in a bundle there. So. Number 6, Vito Hatchell.
So
on the touchdown catch.
They get a nice little going away present from the Seminoles. I'm sure they're going to go for 2 because they missed 2 field goals. 40-20 looks way better than 42-12. So
yeah, they're going to go for 2. Why not?
The Seminoles probably are just going to nail it 3 times. Unless, yeah. The Seminoles are ready. They're ready. They got the bottles out. They got the champagne. They ready. They ready to celebrate. Congratulations to the Seminoles. Congratulations to
great season, finishing undefeated. And
the Kari Mims, 3 touchdowns today, well over 100 yards receiving, making people miss. Great game today, young man. And Gerald Wilson, 6 total touchdowns, 4 passing.
Slippy in the league is going to pick the MVP today. It's not up to us. However, if it was, I think it's unanimous up here in the box that Mr. Gerald Wilson, quarterback, I think he would have. He'd definitely get that nod from us. Excuse me.
Yeah, MVP of the game, the concession stands. Whether it was the Rumble juices, which I didn't get any yet, but
they did a heck of a job down there, right?
I'm definitely going to get 2 or 3 before I leave out of here. I didn't get a chance to get any.
Those hot dogs look real nice down there today.
The burger,
I did not get a hold of one.
The burger, fresh lettuce, fresh tomato, I give it an 8.7 out of 10.
All right, and for going for 2, I believe David Legree took a bow going out. He came out, and number 14 is in, and that's going to fall incomplete. And that was James Bowder, Jr., quarterback out of York, PA, and he's going to he took the last snap for the Hitmen.
Shout out to Dave Legree, man. You had a hell of a season.
He battled. Yep, he sure did. And he battled today. He was under pressure all day long.
You had a hell of a game. You just wasn't on the proper end of the game today. 9 games this season, 2 playoffs. Proper, but the 2024, we are looking for new teams, and we just all we want to do is put the best product out on the East Coast. Shout out to Sean Slippi. We just want to do nothing but improve this league. This league has live footage games, stats every week. I have never been a part of a season that had anything even close to that. So, shout out to Slippy.
Yeah, him and his staff did a very good job.
Shout out to the commissioners who were all at all the games with the red shirts, making sure everything went smoothly and is trying to keep everything the way to keep the product the way we want it to be. It should only be up from here. So, shout out.
We really enjoyed week 1 down in Atlantic City.
Dende was amazing.
Yep, they found a nice neutral site, had all the teams play there for the day, and it was very good. Very good.
Despite the rain all weekend.
Yep, there was rain all weekend then, and we even had a little crummy weather earlier here. And, we're supposed to, for the next few days, the whole Northeast is going to be a little bit blanketed in a little bit of muck, but the Seminoles will be celebrating.
Shout out to the cameraman who was at all the games. There was a lot of games being filmed this year.
Yes,
every game was at least filmed, whether it was live streamed or not. Shout out to them, because whether it was raining and nasty weather, they were still out there doing their job and recording stats for people. We are not 100% accurate with the stats, but we try our best.
Kickoff. Nice and deep.
The real problem might be that they're accurate and people just mad that their stats look like that.
And he is down, and that is going to be 140.
144 left in the game. Hopefully the Hitmen just let them nil it out, and we just watch the Seminoles celebrate.
So from one Mims, flips it to the other Mims on the return, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Seminoles from the 25-yard line. We expect they're going to take a knee.
At this point, they should just be able to say, just call it. They spin it in the other game. Just call it. They're going to make them actually go back out there and snap it. Just make them snap it once at least then. We don't need to see 3 nils. They're taking away from G-Block stats. They might mess up some parlays, even though I'm not supposed to talk about gambling.
And any of our fans that are in the Philly area today, go to any of the cheesesteak places and mention the HSG network and get a free cheesesteak for today. No, you wouldn't get a free cheesesteak. Don't mention the HSG network. You might get charged twice. So don't do that. So I'm going to have a cheesesteak. I know that. And they are in victory formation.
Victory formation. Please just let them have to just snap it one time.
And if they're smart, that's the way they'll do it. And he will kneel down. And our Seminoles are going to be the Den 2023 league champs.
Shout out to the Seminoles, man. Congratulations.
Yep, great job.
Congratulations. Shout out to the Hitmen. Congratulations for getting here. We all wanted a better game, but sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way correctly.
And like we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, you know, everybody assumed that these guys, both of these teams were going to be duking it out, you know, close to the end, and it came true. And now it's a calling to the rest of the league or any new teams that are going to come into the league. Here's your league standard for the first inaugural season of the league. Here's what you got to beat. Here's what you have to be. If you're not, get there. And if you want the challenge, join the league for next year and present your product.
Yeah, because the Den round 2 is going to be even better. So congratulations, Seminoles. You got a whole year. You got a whole year to talk. Run the lounge up. I know it's going to be a lot of chit chat. One more. You got 1 year calendar date. Talk your stuff.
And we are done. And that is it for today. Championship Saturday. Final score: Seminoles 42, Central Penn Hitmen 18. Well played game. Congrats to both teams. But the Hitmen or the Seminoles are going to take that long ride back to Brooklyn as champs. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. We appreciate you being online, and we appreciate you hanging with us and watching us.
We will stay and watch the Seminoles celebrate.
Yeah, we won't have any live
out and all that
commentary, but we will have the camera and we will have the team celebrate. They'll be able to celebrate on the field, and things will progress, and you'll be able to watch that. You'll be able to watch that live as it happens.
All right.
Reese, good working with you. Excellent
Likewise.
job. And again, Seminoles crowned 2023 Den champs. They earned it. They were number one from all year long, from the beginning to the end. And that's the team you got to beat next year, kids.
See y'all next year.